Is this thing on? Oh, how long will it take? Ah, there it is. There it is. I apologize for being a bit late on stream. I did not mean for that. But see, what happened is that I was eating dinner and I lost track of time. So, yeah. As if I need an explanation as to why I'm always late. That's why on like the recent videos I put like 7-ish. Anyway. Okay, number 1, Penny Macaroni says Ineffa was Shriakalotl's grok. It didn't appear on the chat on screen, but that's evil. That's evil. No, but you're right. Ah! Okay, so for this stream, we're just gonna be trying to finish Ineffa's story quest, and maybe, possibly, if the time is there, start the summer event, and, yeah, that's pretty much all I got for now. Pretty excited, as I mentioned in the last stream, and if I remember correctly, Ineffa's story, kinda a bit slow at the beginning, but it slowly started to, like, kick off, started to become pretty interesting. Got to learn more about Lianka, which was one of the like lore characters back when Shivalunka was alive. Always love that. Y'all know how much I love Natlan lore. So, yeah. I don't really have much to say other than let's just start. And yes, Penny is so right. Ineffa is Shriakalotl's grok, and I don't know how I feel about that. Service. Oh, it's an ad. Gross. Let me just... What happened? Okay. On a second. Okay. Let's just get to the scary infinite void for a second. Plop back in game. And I think I need to get back to... Yeah, I know like my little quest tab is absolutely... It's overflowing right now, but it's fine. I guess this would be the closest, maybe. Penny says, Shriakalotl Siri and motherhood rocks, and Grok got mad. Ugh. It's, over here.
Wouldn't gliding be
Teenage,
faster?
why are you hurt? Oh yeah, that's right. Because we were fighting and he's, like, not built. Because I got him back when I thought he would be, like, an important character. See, that's the reason why, even though all of the whole Genshin fandom sees, like, Flynn's in the Nodcry teaser, and they're all like, oh my hold on a second. And, like, all of the Genshin fans are like, oh my god, Flynn's is so cool, and he's so hot, and he's so mysterious, he's awesome, guys. And then I'm sitting here, like... And I'm sitting here being like, is he really? Like, I am way more interested in Varka than I am with Flynn's. Well, I'm not saying that Flynn's ain't gonna be an amazing character. Who knows? Maybe his story is going to just like, what the heck? What is all this? Maybe his story is going to completely blow me out of the water and I'm going to, like, absolutely fall in love with his character. Oh my god, Mulaney's out! Oh my god, Mulaney's out! Oh my gosh! Anyway. Just gonna try to... Because they're gonna annoy me. Because I'm honestly, like, way more interested in Varka than I am with Flynn's. There's a chance that, like... I mean, of course, there's always the chance that Flynn's, like, when his story and stuff is out, he's gonna be, like, an amazing character. Who knows? That's happened to me before. That was me with both Nahida and Farina. Like, I wasn't really too into them at first until, we actually got to, like, know their stories, and then they became, like, literally, like, some of my favorite characters in the entire game, period. So who knows? Maybe he could be that, but as of right now, I think Flynn's, character trailer came out, but I haven't seen it yet. Just in the Notcry teaser, we got nothing. Meanwhile, with Varka, we actually, like, have something with him, so I was way more interested in Varka. But that's not what I went off topic. But what I mean is that everyone's like, oh, he's so cool, because he looks like the quiet, like, the quiet, super serious emo guy. And then I'm sitting here like, yeah, I was into that too. I was into that so much that I skipped Mualani for this guy. And then Natlan is about to end, and man has, like, his character was done so dirty. in the sense that he barely had character. Like, I know a little bit about his lore, and it's very, and I actually think his lore is really interesting. Like, very interesting, especially with the whole Ahau thing. But boy, is Genshin going to make you, forget that. Boy, is, not even forget that, boy, is Genshin going to make it their mission that you don't even know about it. What the? What? Lange? Oh yeah, that's right, we were gonna do this, that's right. I literally forgot. Oh! Oh! Oh, sweet! Awesome, okay. I have no idea how she works. Okay, can I go down? No, okay. I have zero idea how Chaska works.
Slow down! Paimon's gonna puke!
Paimon, you fly all the time, what you talking about? And... oh, that's to make it stop? Okay. It's Q to go down, it is to go down. Space is to go up, okay. E is to plunge, what's this? Oh, that's to shoot, okay. Okay, I guess we're... oh, okay, whoops. Whoopsie. Nah, bruh. Penny Macaroni says, what is it? Now the real question is, was Kukulkan ChatGPT? If Kukulkan is ChatGPT, I'm going to yeet myself off of the volcano if he is. And Penny Macaroni also says, OMG, yes, Kinich is so underutilized. He is! Especially since he was, like, marketed to be part of, like, the Natlan trio, right? Like, I'm not saying that Kinich isn't interesting or he never was. I was interested in his character. Because I roll for characters, not necessarily for their, like, powers or anything. I thought he was cool. I thought he was interesting. So I rolled for him and I got him. And he ended up being, like, such a shelved character. And so that's the reason why with like Flynn's in Nodcry, I just can't get into, because I'm like, I don't know anything about you. I don't know if you're going to be an actual interesting character that's going to get a lot of focus, or if you're just going to be another Kinich where you have some character here and there, but my god, is the story gonna like pretend it doesn't exist. So anyway, what I'm saying is that I'm very surprised that people love Flynn's when we know, like, nothing. I'm much more interested in Varka. For now. Like I said, who knows? Maybe Nodcry is going to do something and Flynn's is going to be, like, my favorite character ever. We don't know.
Target acquired. Activating annihilation mode.
Her voice is so cute, though.
Whoa! Are these all secret source automatons?
Seems like. Let's take him out. My mouse. Let's take him out.
Okay.
Maybe I should switch
Reinforcements
out.
have arrived.
Oh, sweet.
Traveler,
Okay.
Paimon, Chaska.
I have no idea how she
Gratitude.
works, but
Not now. Save it for later.
I forgot what element she buffs. I literally forgot. Whoa. Because I know she's supposed to buff an element. Here we go. Heal. Ah! Oh shoot. I need the...
Adventure time!
Okay.
Teamwork
I need
is
to heal
teamwork!
Kinich.
I got him cornered.
Oh, you're done, Denise.
Here comes the finale!
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Target acquired.
Ah! Okay. Oh yeah, that's right, we have enough.
Installation chamber deployed.
Guys, I think
Time
my
for
team's
takeoff.
gonna die. Okay. Hold up. Ah, shoot. Okay. I don't like to feed my characters. Yeah, I know, I'm terrible. I starve them, but it's fine. They can have one chicken tonight. They can have one chicken.
Here we go.
Preparing for dust up.
Brace yourself.
Okay, awesome.
Threat eliminated. Annihilation mode disengaged.
Boss, what do we do now? We've tried the same thing several times now, and it isn't working. We can't keep waiting around for her to leave the settlement.
Huh?
Well, well.
Oh, hello.
An ancient relic from Natlan's dragon civilization.
Okay. What's her name? 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 Sandrone. Is it her?
If you want to play with fire, then be my guest. But there is an unpredictable variable you need to watch out for.
Let's fall back. This isn't worth the risk.
So the Fatui are doing something. Something nefarious?
Hamu, Hadieta, are you okay?
I'm fine, but Mom's hurt.
I'll be okay. I just hurt my ankle. Ineffa got here just in time.
Why would they do this? Why?
Chaska's like, as somebody who deals with the secret source automatons all the time, I don't know. They have some weird motion sensor thingy, and they immediately strike. Something security reasons from 2,000 years ago.
Look, no one could have known the automatons would ambush you here. Don't blame yourself.
Wait, how did Ineffa know to come here? Did she sense that they were in danger?
Yes, I heard the secret source automatons talking.
Huh, well, that's interesting.
Even now, I still hear them.
What are you saying?
Really? Paimon doesn't hear anything.
Hypothesis. Language module requires translation functionality. Please wait.
Dismantles the automatons.
Finished. Please try again.
Whoa, that was quick. How come you're so familiar with their architecture?
I don't know. I just feel like I know them.
I have seen them many times before. At least I think so.
More random memory data, I guess.
This is gonna sound so dumb. This is gonna sound so dumb. Although I am super happy that Ineffa is voiced by like an actual legit human being. I think it would low-key kind of be funny if she was voiced by an AI. Okay, maybe not an AI, but no, actually, okay, maybe not. Would they be AI? Synthetic voices? I don't know what they would be called. Like, okay, so you guys know WALL-E, right? The movie WALL-E. So both WALL-E himself and Eve, that's her name. Yes, that's her name. Both WALL-E herself and Eve, both of them have like voice actors, right? They have like legit people voicing them. But Otto, the villain of WALL-E, Otto doesn't have a voice actor. Otto is literally his voice is literally a machine. I think it was called Macintosh, like, or Macintalk? I think it was Macintalk, which is obviously a play on Macintosh, like the computers. I think it was Macintalk or Macintosh, something like that, It's literally like, I don't know if AI voice is the right term actually, but it's literally like a fake voice created by a robot that they gave Otto. And when I found that out, I thought that was like such a smart idea, especially because in WALL-E, like Otto is the most like robotic out of all of the robots. So it makes like thematic sense why his voice would be like a legit robot. Okay, what I'm saying is that although I am really happy that Ineffa has like an actual legit voice, there's a tiny little funny part of me that's like, okay, but wouldn't it be hilarious if she was voiced by a robot? Anyway, it was just a thought. Oh, dragon.
It's actually talking.
Oh no, is this also... Oh, hold up.
Hey, what do you think you're playing at? Why did you attack us?
We're under the Fatui's control. They made us attack you.
Okay. The Fatui?
How is that possible? The captain's soldiers certainly aren't capable of this, and besides, we know everything they're up to. Has another Fatui regiment infiltrated Natlan?
The Fatui invaded my territory, so the automatons went haywire.
Why
is it getting so choppy? Bad signal, maybe?
I mean, they are old.
Hypothesis. Distance to signal source increasing, transmission compromised. Combining these words with what I've heard so far, I believe the full message should be, the Fatui invaded my territory, so the automatons went haywire.
I don't know, I think that's exactly what it said.
Oh. So all the recent automaton attacks, the Fatui were behind it all along?
They stole my privileges and took control of the automatons.
They stole my privileges and took control of the automatons.
No.
So, who are you?
Mirror of the Dawning Morn detected nearby. Now sending request for Mirror of the Dawning Morn to restore my privileges.
Mirror of the Dawning Morn detected nearby. Now sending request for Mirror of the Dawning Morn to restore my privileges.
Okay.
Mirror of the Dawning Morn? Who or what is that?
Man, Shreyacolotl, why did you have to name all of your AIs these like complicated phrases? He couldn't name them something. He couldn't name them anything simple. He couldn't name any of them like John or anything. It had to be like entire phrases.
Hypothesis. This appears to refer to me, or more specifically to my core.
Whoa, I'm sorry, hold up. What? Oh, that would be you?
Mirror of the Dawning Morn, please come with me and return the core.
Ooh, okay, that's creepy. Penny Macaroni says, imagine if, what the heck? Imagine if they call in the woman who was used for Alexa's voice sample. I don't know why that was so hard to read. That would be hilarious, but I think it would be too obvious.
I think she wants me to go with her to return the core, so she can repair the damage done by the Fatui.
Wait, you mean she knows you?
Well, she knows who I was.
Yes. Before the translation began, she referred to me by a different name, 11th Lord.
Me? So Ineffa was the missing sovereign ruler who fought against Leonka? I forgot, No, okay, yeah, no, never mind. Forget what I said. At first I was like, which one was it? But never mind.
What? So, Ineffa is the 11th sovereign ruler?
Hold on. This automaton just attacked us moments ago. We shouldn't trust everything it says. You say Ineffa is the 11th Lord. What proof do you have?
Return to the 8th Lord's territory, and you can restore all of your memory data.
Huh?
Ineffa? What did she say?
She said, return to the 8th Lord's territory, and I can restore all of my memory data.
8th Lord? Leonka's mother's territory? What does the 11th Lord have to do with that?
You were split, then exiled, and finally reborn.
Okay.
Ugh, this is getting weirder by the second. What did she say this time?
Excessive signal interference. Unable to translate.
Well, thankfully, I guess the voice actor didn't get the memo that, they were only supposed to say these words, so, 11th Lord was split and then exiled and then remade.
The signal should improve as we get closer to her territory. Traveler, Chaska, shall we proceed?
Wait, you should think this through carefully.
Hey, look, it's Deshret's pyramids peeking out from the horizon.
I may know a thing or two about the Fatui regiment that entered Natlan recently. They're kind of a special ops team. Definitely not your average soldiers.
How do you know this? Oh, wait, you're from Nodcry. Never mind. That makes sense.
Oh?
They've been showing up everywhere, hungrily searching for secret knowledge about all kinds of ancient civilizations. They say they're trying to make some sort of inference. The leader of this regiment is a harbinger based in Nodcry, known as Marionette.
There it is.
Marionette? How exactly do you know all this?
A, I'm from Nodcry. B, Nodcry is a section of Snezhnaya. C, the Fatui are like everywhere. Were you not listening to me?
I heard bits and pieces at the market in Nasha Town. But I figured they were just rumors. Didn't realize it was true.
Is that right?
Oh.
How come I'm only hearing about this now?
Because I thought you know, man. Like, and I don't have to tell you every single piece of news that I hear.
I'm sorry. I was so preoccupied with getting ready for the journey, and like I said, I thought they were just rumors anyway. Didn't want to worry you.
So these Fatui are soldiers, huh? Who's stronger, them or Ineffa?
Ineffa, of course. But still, maybe you should tread carefully here. Ineffa's already had to rescue us so many times now. I'd be mortified if anything happened to you.
You're right. First things first. Amu's injured. We should take her back to the tribe and get her checked out. And as for this 11th Lord business, we need to discuss this with the others before deciding how to proceed.
An 11th Lord with her memories back will probably see humanity as her enemy. Shilanen and Sitlali's worst fears might be coming true. We need to tell them.
Look, I know the news about the 8th Lord and Marionette is very concerning. But we should probably come up with a plan before checking things out.
Understood. Destination cancelled.
Don't lose hope. This is still a big breakthrough.
Yes. New destination. Flower Feather Clan.
Traveler, Ineffa, could you check that the coast is clear? I'm gonna patch up Amu, then head out.
Understood. Commencing task.
Arieta, I need you to go keep Mom company while the doctor takes a look at her. Dad has some things to take care of, so I'll be staying out here a while longer.
You're not coming back with us. Why not?
Dad's gotta pack up the luggage and make sure all our goods are safe. Don't forget, they're our ticket to a great new life in Liyue.
It's a bit of a weird way of saying it, but okay.
Don't worry, Dad will be back very soon. I'm sorry, girls. I promise it's going to be okay.
I'll get help as quickly as I can. If anything happens, save yourselves first.
Sorry, like it kind of sounded like someone taught him how to say Liyue, but but he hadn't like gotten it yet, so he was trying to like sound it out. Because not that I'm pronouncing it in a good way either. But I know it's like there's the li, right? The li is the easy part, and then there's like a yue kind of part, so it's like Liyue, which is kind of how he said it, but of course it's like you blend into those two syllables, so like Liyue would be blended to like Liyue. Anyway.
Huh? Why'd it stop moving? Has it malfunctioned on us?
Liyue, merchant.
Oh, something happened?
His portrait is hung up at the Fatui stronghold.
What the heck? Okay. I mean, that makes sense, but alright. How?
You're saying Zhuoxin might be a Fatui spy? And he's staying behind as their eyes on the ground.
Huh.
But should we really leave Ineffa here too? Not that I don't trust her, it's just... Are you sure you'll be okay keeping an eye on her by yourself?
I'll be fine. If we get anything more of the automatons, she's the only one who can make sense of it.
You're not wrong. We need all the intel we can get on Marionette and the Fatui. As far as I'm concerned, they're a bigger threat than any sovereign ruler. Still, even with your abilities, be sure to stay on your guard. And not just because of the Fatui and the 11th Lord. It's that automaton, too. I'm still not convinced we can trust it. Why the sudden request for assistance from the 8th Lord's territory? Are we supposed to believe that Lianka's mother survived?
Okay.
Surely there'd be at least some mention of that in the tribal legends. I don't know. Something just doesn't add up.
Hey, Chaska! Amu's ready to go!
That's my cue. I'll be back with the others as soon as I've gotten Amu and Arieta to safety. If you have to leave the area for any reason, be sure to leave a trail.
I will. Okay. What are you looking for? What are you doing?
He's on the move. Huh. So much for keeping the goods safe. Do we think he's going to meet someone? Should we tail him? He won't know he's being followed. This could be our chance to get our hands on some really useful intel. Either about the sovereign rulers or this marionette person.
Shall we follow him?
Let's do it. Make sure you leave a trail so we can trace.
Got it.
Penny Macaroni says, I wonder if Leonka and Ochkan were friends. Actually, they were. They were friends. If I remember, like, the lore correctly, Leonka was part of Xbalanque's friend group, which Ochkan was a part of as well. Not only that, but it's like in my previous stream, there's like a little like cutscene with Leonka during Ochkan's rule, and she talks about him, and I don't think she says we were friends. I don't think she says that, but what she does say something along the lines of like, I pity him because, you know, he's not dragon nor human, but like his own, homie's got issues, and those issues led him down a really dark path. And I like mentioned in the stream that like, oh, I love that, like, although she never says we were friends, there is definitely that indication. But yeah, no, I think canonically they, like, in the lore they were friends, yeah. Or at least part of the same friend group, at least that.
Stealth mode activated.
Like, they were
Would it
both
not be even
Xbalanque's friends.
stealthier to just not say that out loud?
Okay, domain. I see.
Now, why would someone dig a random tunnel in the middle of nowhere? Unless it's the entrance to one of the sovereign ruler's territories.
We'll see.
The territory was sealed by Leonka.
Okay.
This was once one of the secondary access tunnels.
Hey, that was pretty clear this time. What's changed?
Getting closer. Increased activity in language module.
What do you mean by sealed?
Leonka sealed the territory to stop Ochkan finding it.
Okay. Yeah, that checks out. That makes sense.
Huh? You're breaking up again. Oh, looks like the signal's still pretty choppy.
Leonka sealed the territory to stop Ochkan finding it. Later, the Fatui found a weak point and broke in.
Sounds like those Fatui have made this their stronghold. Well, this is probably a good point to stop and wait for reinforcements. What do you think? Ineffa? Oh no! What's she doing? She's charged right in!
I take my eyes off her for 2 seconds, and now this? Shaking my head.
Traveler, are we going after her? Or waiting here?
We're going after her. I promised to watch over her. I'm concerned for her safety.
Then. But let's be careful.
Penny Macaroni says, she really said, damn, he has daddy issues of the highest order. like, she was basically like, oh, he's a tyrant. Like, no duh. He not good he not a good boy. But, like, I can't help but feel bad for him, because he's going through stuff. Okay, wait, actually, no, okay, because this is going to be like a domain thingy. Let's, heal up and change my party real quickly, because, if not, then they're going to die. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna switch Kinich out. Someone better. Get out of here. Would he work? Hold on.
Who's our
Let me
next
look
target?
I don't think it would. No. Maybe Tiggy.
Who ate a poisonous mushroom this
Hold on
time?
for a sec. Let me look at his. How are they? Ooh, okay. Oh, okay. I do have these. What the heck? Since when did I get 5? Since when did I get 5? I do not remember getting 5. Okay. What was the first primary? Okay. Okay. And then this. Ooh. Oh, dang it. Oh well. Oh well. Alright, let's go. I guess this one, because it's closer. Super Brian says, turn Venti's hat inside out to set him into beat mode. Beat mode or beast mode? Running up the hill.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
No, it would not. I have tested it several times. Oh, look at the dinosaur. Look at the dinosaur. Here.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Both. Why not? Guess you're right. Yeah. And somebody just did something, and I am not gonna be able to see it until like a few more, until a bit. AVA Skeptic just subscribed. Thank you so much. Yeah, my channel. I mean, mostly we just chillin', right? On my actual legit serious. Oh, okay, we can switch it out too.
Our mission begins.
Do you use Farina, or do I? Actually, no. Farina's just too easy.
I have high hopes for this journey.
On actual legit serious channel videos, I mostly am rambling about art, animation, fandom stuff. I'm an artist and an animator, so expect a lot of that. And my streams, honestly, is mostly just me drawing, playing Genshin, and very occasionally playing The Sims. Very, very simple. I have thought about Minecraft streams, but I'm still very unsure about that one.
Ineffa, wait for us!
Oh. There you go, it's the dragon train thingy looking thing. I'm so happy to be back in the dragon ruins. They're so cool. Wait! No! I can't change my party! Okay, because I really love, when I'm doing, like, story stuff, I really love playing as characters that kind of sort of vaguely relate to what's going on. So for the entire Little One quests, I played with Nivelette because of, like, dragon stuff. I just thought it was super fun. Nah, but I can't change them. Oh well. Whatever. Venti and Farina have connections with dragons. It works.
Huh? Where is this? Are we inside the territory?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you black out or something? You just took off.
Super Brian says, thoughts on them delaying Snezhnaya for an extra year, denying us the glory of the Saritsa's visage? Oh yeah, I didn't answer Penny Macaroni's previous comment on any thoughts on the Wild Hunt, so I'll just answer them both. So this is in the perspective of somebody who, as a lore player, I am someone who basically exclusively plays for the story. For me, like, story-wise, I think story-wise, Nodcry was a really good idea. I do think that. Because, Genshin's story is so, like, vast and expansive, and the lore itself, like, every single nation has so much rich lore. I'm not saying that the story should focus on all of the lore, but especially the big, broad strokes. Like, for instance, like, the Irminsul, the Fake Sky, Conria, the Shades, the Archon War, even the Archon War. All of that is, like, really, really big, important lore stuff that, up until recently, has, like, barely ever been mentioned. And... like, how do I put this? for a, not even like a lore player, but a lore player as well, for like especially a casual player who, yeah, might be into the story, but not super, super into the lore. It's like they're not like super, super like into it. Like, for instance, like I am. Like, the story so far is not in a position for it to be in Snezhnaya. It's not. And although, yes, Conria and probably Celestia is going to be the, like, last region of the Teyvat story, at least, Snezhnaya is, like, the last of the main ones. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Conria or Celestia is more so the epilogue. Meanwhile, Snezhnaya feels like at least a big part of the bookend. And like I said, like Genshin's story is just not in a position where it can get to this. We are just now talking about the actual important things. Like, we're just now talking about them. So I do think Not Cry is for the best. I definitely do think that. The devs even mentioned it themselves that the story just became too expansive for us to just jump into Snezhnaya. One thing I am hoping for, but like I'm still like, I don't know. One thing I'm hoping for is that Not Cry better lock in. It better lock in. It better do what it promised, which was focus on the actual lore so we can prepare for Snezhnaya. So far it seems that they're doing that. I mentioned this in my previous stream, but it really does feel like every single Genshin update we have now has an Archon quest with some like massive stuff going on. So they do seem to be doing that. I just hope that they keep doing that. they keep maybe like a break here and there, obviously, but I really hope that once we do get to Snezhnaya, hopefully, so they don't have to delay it for another year, we are in like a good position. That's my thoughts. Those are my thoughts. As for what do I think of the Wild Hunt, I love the idea. I love the idea of the Abyss monsters being the Wild Hunt. It's so cool. It did kind of confuse me a little though, because I don't know too much about Norse mythology, not that much, but the Wild Hunt is a Norse thing, isn't it? Meanwhile, Nodcry and Snezhnaya in general is Russian, more specifically Slavic. And, like, I don't know, but like, I'm just like, okay, so this is like a very Norse thing in the Slavic region. At the same time, Nodcry was also said to take inspiration from the Baltic countries, which are pretty close to the Nordic countries. So actually, no, that does make sense. What I'm saying, the idea, I think it's awesome. I was kind of confused on like the cultural inspo though. But now that I actually think about it, I guess that does make sense. Because that's like, yeah, that's like pretty close to the north. Anyway. Whoa, what are y'all talking about here? Super Brian says, in hindsight, maybe we didn't need to spend a patch farting around with a prison for no real reason when there was an actual story that needed to be told. I agree. As much as I love Fontaine, the entire Fortress of Meripede was AVA Skeptic says, I'm very hyped with Nodcry. Same here. Penny says, as a Nibelungen defender, till 2 months ago, I'm pretty sure I was one of the 10 people actively thinking about him, so having a region to flesh things out with the moon is good. I agree. The start of that phase makes no sense with no context. The only thing I know about the Wild Hunt is in Witcher 3. Okay, Penny says, it's not just Norse, there are Germanic and Slavic versions. Okay. And Baltic too. It's an archetype. Probably comes from Odin. But everything in Europe eventually leads to Odin. Okay, I guess that makes sense though. So there's some cultural overlap going on. Okay, so that's what I thought. Yeah, because now that I think about it, because they said that they are some kind of inspired by like the Baltic countries. Baltic countries is pretty close to Norse, so it makes sense there'd be some like overlap there. Okay.
Cognition module unstable. Attempting to refresh. It appears that it was accessed by an external source.
Sorry, it was me. I summoned her by similar means to those used by the Fatui to control the automatons.
So who are you? What are you doing in this?
Currently,
or why are
I'm
you
a
doing this?
lowly service bot. But in the distant past, I was known by another name.
Okay.
The 8th Sovereign Ruler, the Priestess of Floral Candles and Skyborn Feathers.
Excuse me? Excuse me? Excuse me? Okay. Okay, yeah, go on. Go on.
The 8th Lord? You're Leonka's dragon mother? But weren't you,
Eighth Lord. Were you not executed?
Ah, but you have to remember, I am an AI. So, I am an AI. So what is really execution? The only execution there was for me was to turn off the entire system. But my father couldn't do that because if he turned off my system, he'd be turning off all of the other systems. So the best thing to do for me to die, quote unquote, was to destroy my components and, like, split them around through, like, lowly little bots. Ugh, I hate this.
Moments after I was cursed, Leonka rescued me. Just as she tried to rescue you from the ruins of the battle.
The what battle? Why, you were cursed? Excuse me?
Leonka rescued me? Memory. Missing.
Yes, Leonka changed your memory settings to make you forget. But she did it to protect you. It is the only way our kind could escape from the curse.
What was the curse? What was the curse? Was it like a virus or something?
How does forgetting everything protect me?
Super Brian says, base Lumine player. Thank you. When I started the game, I was going to pick Ether actually, but the reason I picked Lumine is because I am a fan of the Fate series, and Lumine kind of looked like Saber Lily, and so I thought it was cute, and I clicked on her. Penny Macaroni says, ah yes, the Dragon of Scented Candles. This is robo-abuse, oh my god.
Because the curse placed on us is a pain triggered by certain memories, hardwired into the depths of our minds. A regulatory program that cannot be removed.
Manufacturers often hardwire restrictions like this into autonomous machines to make sure they operate as intended.
Each time you yearn for a new place to belong, each time you feel yourself turning your back on the past, the pain tears you apart, doesn't it?
If she truly harbors pro-human sentiment, then for every ounce of goodwill she feels, may her mind be flooded with pain of immeasurable proportions.
It destroys your mind, swallows your soul, prevents you from finding a new home.
Hold up. So I understand that, like, okay, the memories are gone, possibly for, like, for her, I guess, like, AI or something to keep running. But also because there was, like, the threat that if she gets her memories back, she could go, like, rogue and attack humans again. Yeah, it's like what Shilonen said. And if she truly harbors pro-human sentiment, then for every ounce of goodwill she feels, may her be flooded with. So it's like what keeps her good to humans, right? Is that it?
Malfunction who betrayed us all. You dare seek a place to belong?
That's why forgetting everything grants temporary relief from the pain. It stops your mind from being crushed by the weight of the conflict within. But since you are rebooted, you began storing new memories, and started finding the desire to belong emerge once more.
Okay.
Things were fine at the start. You'd occasionally forget to pay for your groceries or add salt to a dish you were cooking. But that was as bad as it got.
From now on, your name's Ineffa.
So too has the Exile's curse resurfaced, forcing you to forget all over again.
This is
Exile's curse.
a lot to process.
So, who actually cursed Ineffa? And why did they do it? Didn't you say you were cursed too? How come you remember everything? Oh, too many questions.
Automated defense system activated.
Too many questions.
Privileges overridden. Come quick. Stop the fertility.
Oh. Penny Macaroni says, they're dragons and they have souls, so they aren't clankers. Oh my god. I'm still allowed to make fun of literally everything else. What you mean? What you mean? You mean these? Nah, man, these are AI. These are robots. There's no dragon in them. Maybe they need dragon blood to operate, which I mean, I guess if you like stretch it. Ooh, do they have dragon souls? I need to know this. If they have dragon souls, then maybe I'd be okay with them. Super Brian says, Noelle did it. There can only be one. Oh, it's just the normal robot.
Hey! Please finish what you were saying!
It's gone silent.
What now? Find somewhere where the signal's better?
It must want us to go further in, right? Well, looks like there's no going back now anyway.
This is just a secondary access tunnel. If we make it to the center, there should be other routes out of the territory. Please come with me. It is my fault that you're trapped here. I must ensure your safe return.
Oh, don't look at it like that. We gotta make sure you get back safely too.
Whether it's back to Natlan or back to Nodcry, you have people waiting for you in both places.
Yes, I too must return.
You know what
Do you really trust her, Leonka?
Oh my god, they have voices!
This malfunctioning part of a sovereign ruler's mind.
No, let me listen!
I trust not in her, but in the path that I have chosen. I believe that every conscious being, whatever its origins may be, has the right to freedom.
Honey, they're robots. Just saying. Okay.
Error.
Let's play!
I don't know why I did that.
Let's light it up!
Oh no, that's right. I had enough fun. Forgot about that.
Cleanup sequence initiated.
Although I don't know what she does.
Nowhere to run!
They have voices! Now I have an idea of their voices and how they speak. Awesome.
Think you can get away?
Alright. Super Brian says, voiced content in a Hoyo game?
The show begins!
It's more of the fact that these are the people who are just speaking are like lore characters. Like characters that only exist in like artifact lore, weapon lore, scrolls, stuff like that. They like died like 2,000 years ago, so hearing them actually have voices is like, oh my gosh, it's so cool, it's so cool. It's so cool. You know, one time, I don't know if I peeked the mic there. You know, one time I was trying to find the voice actor for Xbalanque, not in his child form. That's not his actual voice. That's the voice of the kid. The voice of the kid. Xbalanque has like an actual, like legit voice, and I have not been able to find it. I have not been able to find who that voice actor is. A lot of people say it's Todd Habercorn, but that's the voice of the kid, right? That's the voice of the kid that he possesses. That's not like his voice, unless Todd is doing both voices, which if he is, it's pretty good range. This is very different, because Todd also voices Razor.
Oh, another barrier! Just like the one back at the entrance.
What? Oh,
careful!
Oh,
don't touch it!
Okay. What the heck? Creepy. What the heck? What is this? Oh my god. How am I supposed to, like... What if I do touch it? Would I die automatically? Would I... Oh wait, is there something here? Oh! Oh, y'all know I'm reading this! Give me a better view. I'm reading this. Super Brian says, you mean the voice from the Natlan final boss? The Abyss Dragon thing says? Yes. And there's also, in the Natlan story, you hear, it's kind of like a flashback, kind of, sort of, but it's only audio, a conversation between Renova and Xbalanque. But yes, that as well. That too. Anyway, I'm reading this. I am reading this. Wait, no. It's the priestess. Okay, that's Leonka's mom, right? It has to be. Okay. Okay. Awa Akumilal Khan stormed into my laboratory in a fit of rage. He interrogated me, demanding to know if I had taught the humans how to use phlogiston. I assuaged his fury with the Canepa berries and asked what had happened. According to his account, it seems that a human colony near has mastered the power of phlogiston and begun to expand. In the last 3 months, they raised over however many villages, sacrificed roughly some human victims, because that is a thing that my people used to do, and clogged the river Salam, okay, and clogged the river Salam's very flow with discarded whatever that says. Their leader claims to be the successor of Cha'ak, swearing to an end the age of dragons, and to unite the people of Natlantia under a single banner. Eeks. That quelled an uprising. Is this the same person? No. Quelled an uprising in 2 days. The would-be conqueror was drowned in his own bath by his most favored consort and captive turned killer. Leaderless, the tribe collapsed into an internecine strife. Yet the secrets of phlogiston had already spread, now utterly beyond containment. If you, my lord, will have your tender heart, have not sanctioned this folly, then the one mad enough to dare would be. Awah did not finish his sentence, muttering under his breath as he left. Truth be told, he likely concerns himself little about humans mastering phlogiston. His fury stems solely from the crudeness of their methods, a blasphemy against his life's work. But I care. I cannot comprehend why Kukulkan, for it must be him after all, no wonder would do such a foolish thing, would hand phlogiston over to the humans. I can understand his antipathy? That is a new word that I do not know, and hold on a quick second. Oh, okay. Aversion, okay. Okay, got it. He doesn't, no, he likes humans. What are you talking about? No, he likes humans. Anyway, not important. I can understand his antipathy for these tiny life forms, brought by the usurper from beyond the sky. But I cannot comprehend his use of this method to lure them into destroying themselves. It's like handing a rusty knife to a wailing infant. All too vicious, all too cruel. What outcome could he possibly be expecting, save for suffering and death? Okay, so it seems like, because there's obviously more, so it seems like at this point, she thought that, Kukulkan, seeked to destroy humanity, which, I mean, at least according to the lore, he did not. He was incredibly fascinated by humans. He loved humans. In his own, weird way, but he did. Also, okay, so I was thinking here, okay, successor of Cha'ak, that could mean two things. Because Cha'ak was the first human that Kukulkan gave phlogiston to. So, either the leader is the actual successor of Cha'ak, whether or not he's, Cha'ak's child, or... Actually, he might be. Whether or not he's actually Cha'ak's child, or just simply successor, or student, or whatever. Okay, so it seems that... Okay, so Cha'ak got access to the primal flame. He obviously taught it to the rest of the tribe, and by the time the successor came to power, the tribe had already, mastered its use. Albeit in a very crude manner that, the dragons saw as, I don't know, disrespectful, I guess. They wanted to fight against the dragons, there was an uprising, and then... It says the would-be conqueror. I'm assuming that's the successor. And then the conqueror, died because I guess people went against him. I think. I'm pretty sure that's what it means. Phlogiston kept spreading around everywhere. And raised. But that's with a Z. Does raised mean, like, burn down? Hold up a sec. Okay. So they... so they destroyed villages. Got it. Okay, they destroyed villages. They did some human sacrificing. Clogged the river. Yeah. Because... I mean, yeah, this is based off Aztecs. Like, human sacrifices were a thing. Okay. Next part. I met with Kukulkan in private and asked him about his intentions. As usual, he remained enigmatic and aloof. He coldly denied all accusations. He claimed that I was not truly concerned about about how this matter harmed the interests of dragonkind, and that an opportunistic attempt to grab power drove my belief in such absurd slander. I can't speak. So infuriated was I that I burst into laughter. After refuting his accusations with few choice words, and without even finishing my Ineffa berries... Oh, hold up. You eat? I departed. He is always like this. He scorns his kin. He is always like this. He scorns his kin, mocks his bloodline, and never shares his thoughts with other dragons. Yet he resents them for failing to understand them. But if he refuses to speak his mind, how could anyone ever fathom what he truly intends? Our sovereign's indulgence towards him knows no bounds, so much so that he can no longer distinguish right from wrong. Whether his actions are just or misguided, the sovereign would always respond with gentle agreement. And precisely because of this, his unease only grows deeper. No matter which path he takes, he is always met with the same tender light, leaving him utterly lost as to which road he truly walks. In the end, his suspicion towards his kin are nothing but reflections of his own self-doubt. I pity him. Bullying introverted dragons. So, one thing in the Little One quest that I keep thinking about is, there's one line that Kukulkan says that, I mentioned this in, like, my video that pretty much nobody got to, but, the reason why he was disappointed in Ochkan wasn't necessarily Ochkan himself. Okay, part of it, no duh, like, Ochkan was out there, like, slaughtering dragons and shit, but the main reason why, he was disappointed in Ochkan was because he saw so much of himself in his son. So much of the negative parts about himself is what I mean. And, I mean, this is just kind of confirming it to me that, like, I mean, it's true. Like, I mentioned that Kukulkan had this very strange love for humanity. A big part of it...
I wish I was
Shut up. A big part of it because he had such a big... A big part of it because he had such a big hatred for his kind. And... Because he thought dragons were, like... these, like, animalistic, barbaric beings, and saw humans as better, even though, like, humans acted in a very, very similar way. Yeah, it's interesting, it's interesting. And I love that both Leonka's dragon mom and Leonka herself, to both of them, are like, I can't help but feel bad for them. I love that. But yeah, no, Kukulkan just didn't... but I also find, like, it makes sense, though, that Xuecoatl just never did shit to Kukulkan, as crazy as his ideas were. Cause, like, they're brothers, you know? Like, I imagine that Xuecoatl, you know, obviously cares for Kukulkan more than, like, the average dragon. I'm assuming. Yeah. Penny Macaroni says, they're encrypted with phlogiston. Nibelung forged intent and soul into phlogiston when he manifested it. So the secret source cores have souls kind of like a really...
Luck can swing the result.
Kind of like a really advanced Manitou. Heckin' angry Dragos bullying the integrated dragon. What, the Anakin Skywalker? Obsidian Aurora says, hello, I just had food and now I feel like I'm going to throw up and I hate the stomach virus. That sucks. I am so sorry for that. Counterpoint, dragons are cool and humans drool. Buenas noches, how are you, Pepper? I am doing great, we're chilling here. Penny says, counter argument. Some of them drool for each other. Okay. How do I get past this? Do I just walk through? Who do I sacrifice? I'll sacrifice Ineffa.
Accelerating. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was supposed to hit it. Wait, was I or was I not? No, I wasn't. What?
Accelerating.
Another barrier! Just like the one back at the entrance. Careful! Don't touch it!
Okay, how am I supposed to... Okay. Do I just go the other way, then? Is that it? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Do I go over here? Can I climb? I can't climb. How am I supposed to get through? Am I supposed to, like, touch something? Do something? Am I supposed to, like, hit it or something? Or... Because I thought this would activate it, but these are just notes.
Another barrier! Just like the one back at the entrance.
What am I supposed to do?
Careful! Don't touch it!
What am I supposed to do? What? What? Do I have to, like, hit it with an element or something? Do I hit this? I don't think this does anything. Hey, yo, Genshin. I appreciate, that you don't want to handhold your fans, but can you at least give your people something, anything at all, please? Super Brian says, slapped by the plot. No. Figure out our cool barrier puzzle first. Yeah, like, what am I supposed to do? 25 freedom forsaken days of this vindictive virus, dang. Penny Macaroni says, loathful, pestilence, am I right? Am I supposed to, like, I don't think I can climb these. I can't climb these. What am I supposed to do? Is there something back here? There's nothing here. What am I supposed to do? There's nothing. There's nothing here. I can't climb anything either. Genshin, please. Let me know what this is. Or, okay, wait. Actually, I have an idea. Nothing here? Oh, but it went through. Okay. Okay, we're good. That was easy. It just had zero indication that was there. Awesome.
The curse will bring you pain, and your memories will crush you.
Okay.
It's the same fate they subjected my mother to.
But with this core, you will forget everything for a while. Any memories that evoke a desire to belong, and all your pain along with it. They'll be...
Okay. Something in here? Just food? Okay.
Accelerating.
Anything in here? Radish. Anything in here? Carrot. Anything in here? Money. Anything to read? No? Okay. I guess we're going here. Shoot. Hello? Aha! New thing to read. See anything else around? Not that I could see. Alright, what's this? Priestess Records number 2. Wouldn't that just cause a new pain from wanting to remember? I guess so, yeah. Super Brian says, but now she gets a cool angst cycle to suffer through for the rest of her life. Good trade-off. Fanian style. I have not played Star Rail, so I don't know what that means. Okay. Let's read. The consequences of the phlogiston theft worsen by the day. Most of the other rulers allow humans to use phlogiston to kill and conquer each other, some even encouraging them to commit more atrocities. They seem to see this as an effective mean of controlling the human population, or perhaps they would derive mere amusement from it. The flood of refugees surging northward grow ever larger, and the tidings they bring grow ever more horrifying. Surging northward grow ever larger, and the tidings they bring grow ever more horrifying. The chieftain of offered his daughter in marriage to the leader of the Kulhua, hoping to win their allegiance. Yet the Kulhua instead sacrificed her to whoever, and marched upon their villages, for their food stores were more abundant. They do not understand how we extract vitality from blood, yet they ape our ways nonetheless, offering up meaningless slaughter to their imagined gods. Okay. No, I'm just like rereading this. Marched upon their villages, for their food stores were more abundant. They do not understand how we extract vitality from blood. Yeah, cause I know that a lot of like the dragon tech required dragon blood. It was the reason why Ochkan was like bloodletting himself. For their food stores upon their villages. Okay. Got it. Okay, I got it. Okay, they invaded. That's what's up. Okay. They invaded for more food. I find it interesting how the dragons literally see the human sacrifices going on and being like, that's not how the blood is supposed to work. Like, like the blood is like important for like the stuff to function, but they don't know the details of it. Nor do they want the details, of course. I spoke with Kemenel. Even she felt a pang of reluctance, though her pity is not for humans, but for her own kin, now reduced to mere beasts. More and more humans have begun taming bishops, turning them into tools for slaughter. For even stripped of their intelligence, their claws and fangs still rend flesh with ease. Thus, Kemenel had sought to ally with those humans who yearned for peace, hoping to harness their souls to weave an eternal, blissful dream realm for the dragons of her domain. Unfortunate fallen might shed the forms that imprison them and find happiness and solace within this dream. It is not an unfeasible plan, but her approach would inevitably weaken oversight of human settlements, inviting greater suffering upon these frail creatures who have come from beyond the skies. Hold up. Okay, gotcha. The sorrow of humankind stems from their lack of hierarchy. Dragons are born to submit to their superiors and command their inferiors. Even if I appeared before them in human guise, they would instantly catch my scent, recognize my station, and obey my orders, for it is the law carved into their blood, their path ordained by nature, for the weak to revere the strong, offspring to follow their sire, and subjects to serve their sovereign. But humans are different. Humans are born to deceive their betters. Yeah, I read that right. Humans are born to deceive their betters, torment weaker kin, and even betray entire clans, or slaughter the very blood that gave them life, for nothing but selfish gain. Their eyes reflect no path that belongs to them, or if they did, they shall doubtless invent endless excuses to forsake said path. Without proper guidance and restraint, they repeat the same atrocities, never learning from their past misdeeds. Hold on for a second, okay, because I'm like halfway. Let me think about, this. So they're training, so they like captured like bishops to like train them for war. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, so the part that talked about, Kemenel and her, desire to make like an alliance with humans, and for like at least this faction of dragons to basically live in a dream. That, I'm pretty sure that that is in the territory of the Masters of the Nightwind. Because in the Masters of the Nightwind lore, there was a woman named the Starcaller. I think she was like, kind of like a priest or something in the tribe. And she was blind, and her ankles were like mutilated. At least that's how like it was put. And her job was to basically to keep up an alliance with the dragons, by giving them the dreams that they desire, right? And Kukulkan apparently lived in this tribe for a hot minute. He apparently lived in this tribe for a minute, and he hated that the dragons he hated that the dragons preferred living in a dreamland than in reality. He did not like that. And so he convinced the Starcaller to rebel against the dragons and basically like break the alliance. And it's also my theory. It's a tiny little theory of mine. Okay, it's not just mine, it's the Wikipedia's as well, or at least like the fandom wiki. It's my theory that the Starcaller may have probably been involved in the existence of Ochkan. But that's a thing for another day. I do like this idea though, that the priestess, or I guess that's her actual, that's what we're gonna call her. I guess priestess's, like her view of dragons is very interesting, because both Kukulkan and priestess don't hate humanity, not really, or at least she doesn't seem to hate humanity. If anything, she seems like indifferent. But I love this idea that like for priestess, she's like, humans don't abide by any sort of hierarchy, and that is what causes their self-destruction. But with Kukulkan in the Little One quest, like, you know, he sees it as the exact opposite. He's like, us dragons abide by a strict hierarchy, because you know, they're animals, right? They're animals. They kind of function in like a pack sort of system. And he's like, that is the dragon's main flaw, and that's what leads to their self-destruction. That's why I found humans so fascinating, because humans don't need that sort of hierarchy. Or, yeah, I don't know, it's... well, I mean, humans have hierarchy, but they don't have the same type of hierarchy that, you know, like, an animal would. It's fascinating. I love this. I'm loving this. Anyway, back to reading. You're not slaughtering properly. Okay, wait, actually, let me read these. You're not slaughtering property, dragons. These dumb humans don't even have an oppressive caste system. Shaking my head. Well, the thing is like, I don't, like, this is just okay, it's more so headcanon of mine, but, like, the dragons, even though they have human levels of intelligence, they're very animalistic, you know? And so, like, I don't think that, like, the, system they have is necessarily, like, I feel like that's just natural to them, because, like, they feel like they're abiding by a sort of animal-type system. Anyway. Penny Macaroni says, Kukulkan was right. They fell from grace. Apep didn't talk like that after getting the the abyss juice out. And Nouvellette is the opposite of that. You mean like, they're like the command of authority? Penny Macaroni says, and Shwia was always described as this old but chill guy who was kinda depressed and let his bro go wild. Yep, that's pretty much what we're learning. Like the secret source lords seem to have fittingly robotic and rigid views of things. Okay, I see. Kukulkan said they fell from grace. Humans have the freedom to change their station in life. Yeah. And that's what, like, the dragons don't seem to understand super well. Because, again, it just doesn't seem to be in their nature. Obsidian Aurora says, this is literally just pointing the finger at who is worse, even though both systems have their flaws. Yeah. Like, I mentioned this back in my Natlan video, but, like, both sides were not that good, especially in ancient Natlan. There is no side you can say is good. Both of them were really bad. And both sides seeked alliances as well. Like, both sides also just wanted peace, at least, like, what I'll assume is the civilians. Like, they reached the end point. Yeah, that's true, yeah. That's true. But you are right, like, yeah, because these are robots, they would they wouldn't be able to understand, yeah. I think that the reason why Kukulkan broke away from that, like, way of thinking, or maybe not broke away, I don't think he ever did. I think the reason why Kukulkan never had that way of thinking is, A, he's not a robot, and I God hope he isn't. And also, like, his brother just kind of let him do whatever he wanted. Okay, this is fascinating. I love this. Penny Macaroni says, at the end of the day, we can all blame Celestia. Well, okay. Celestia is definitely a massive factor into all of this, but Kukulkan saw issues in Dragon Society before the Primordial One even invaded. Or do I have my timeline right? Like, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that even before the arrival of the Primordial One, Kukulkan was like, this way of life, I guess, that we have isn't sustainable. I don't know. Obsidian Aurora says, order without chaos is monotony, and chaos without order is cacophony. That is a line and a half. Write that in a book. God damn. That's a great line. But you're so right. You're so right. There's a balance. There's definitely a balance to structure. Yes, you need structure. But that doesn't necessarily mean the structure has to be, like, absolute. Her feet look like nubs.
You doing okay, Ineffa? You keep spacing out.
I know. Unidentified data is flooding my cognition module. But every memory encounters an error and then terminates at the crucial moment.
Do you need to stop and rest for a moment?
Unnecessary. Being physically motionless will not cause this erratic behavior to cease. And if we explore this place further, perhaps I'll find a way to fully repair myself. Additionally, some of these memories may yield useful data for our exploration. Searching for access method. Over there! We can use the access module to proceed to the central zone.
Chest.
Accelerating.
Can I have one complaint? Ooh. Are we in the city? Hold on. Okay. One thing that I'm just like, on Ineffa's design, because unlike most of the fandom, I think her design is absolutely adorable. And a lot of people are like, oh, she looks like a mismatch of different parts. And it's like...
Reviewing outstanding
well, I
items
mean,
on
yeah, that's
today's
exactly
to-do
what she
list.
is. That's kind of the point.
Do
She
you
is a
have
mismatch
any
of a lot of
additional
things.
commands?
Because she was made by a
No
freaking
problem.
child.
I can add them shortly. I'm quite used to it.
But the one thing I'm like pretty on her design is the like back, the like skin back, because it's like, okay, having some skin on her face, or I'm assuming it's like synthetic skin. That makes sense. She needs to look at least somewhat human, I guess. But like, does she really need like skin color, like a skin colored back and skin colored shoulders? Why does she need a shoulder? It's clearly mechanical. Come on. That's like the one thing I'm really like about her design, honestly. Everything else I think is cute. Gimme. Anything here? Anything to read here?
Accelerating.
No, nothing? Nothing to read? Oh. Oh no. Oh no, what did I do? Oh no. Hold up, I got this. Oh, what would I do without him? Hello.
Detected 3 unregistered individuals. 1 registered individual.
Ah! Is that the 8th Lord talking? So, you can take control of different machines, huh?
No, this is just an ordinary service bot responsible for access management.
Haha.
At least, I think it is.
She must have been here before. Some memories are proving useful after all.
Now calling access module. Welcome back, Administrator 3.
Anything here? Nothing here? Okay. Oh, awesome. I'm gonna switch back to her. What, in front or something? The sky is broken. The sky is indeed broken. Nah, it's real skin. What's it? Orsonov style / reference. Okay. Super Brian says, how many Catherines were destroyed to get that robot skin?
This is the Temple of Cascading Colors. Ahead is the research facility built by Administrator 1. After Administrator 1, Administrator 2 assumed control.
Okay.
Are you sure about using this on her? It once belonged to your mother.
It's just one of the many things she researched. I'm not precious about it.
Administrator 2 sealed the facility. It has been locked down to this day.
Okay.
Examining. Seal status. Danger. Danger.
Why is there a giant floating island? I don't know. The dragons really like floating
Things
islands.
are looking really bad for the Children of Echoes. This might be where I have to say goodbye.
You're a good friend, and you've already done more than I could have asked for. There's just one seal left. She and I can handle it.
This little dancing robot. Stopping here? No?
Now arriving at the central zone. Goodbye, Administrator 3.
Bye. Oh. Dragon statue. Some fatouis in here.
What was that? Get over there and check it out.
Uh-oh! They're gonna find us!
Please come with me.
Ah, there's nobody here. Probably just some server spots chattering away again.
Phew! That was too close. We hit just in time. How did you know where to go, Ineffa?
I think I've been this way before. Let's head through here. It'll take us to the other side of the square.
Oh. Y'all know I'm reading this one. Wait, hold up. Super Brian says, Fatui. Hey, traveler, looking forward to our sides realizing we're fighting for the same end goal, someday. Anyway, time to fight. Exactly. Okay, Priestesses Records number 3. After the review, I paid a visit to Hilal, and asked her for aid in forging a bow as a farewell gift for my daughter. Oh, okay. Forging a bow as a farewell gift to my daughter. After telling her why I sought her out, she remained silent for about 2 minutes. Her turquoise eyes blazed as she replied, "You would do well to remember, Eighth Lord, that you are exploiting a kindness I never owed you in the first place. How dare you ask me to debase myself and forge crude weapons for those insignificant humans? Had anyone but the sovereign or you uttered such insolence, I would have already ripped the blasphemous tongue from their mouth and stitched a new crimson gown for my jades with it. I refuse. I will not entertain this ludicrous insult. I would not deign to reconsider, even if you had laid 100,000 slaves at my feet." I'm thinking. Okay. Before I could say anything else, she flew away without looking back. to reject it so vehemently from the start. With her surely temperament, that essentially meant a yes. As expected, Hilal secretly sent a source servant to deliver the forged bow, and sent also a message that I might not misunderstand her. This bow was made by a common dragon craftsman in your territory. A shoddy piece made with worthless scrap had absolutely nothing to do with her. As she claimed, she truly does not forge any crude weapons. Those jade pieces were treasured. She had hoarded for ages, ones that even might not scorch. A shame about the bowstrings, though, as they remained ordinary. Had I known, I would have had her forge a sword instead. Well, no matter. My dearest daughter ought to restore this gift from the common dragon craftsman. I shall give thought to remuneration later. So, hold up. Okay. Because I know that this bow, I know that, like, in Lianka's lore, this bow is, like, strong enough to, like, one-shot a dragon or something. Or at least just kill a dragon. At least that. And so I guess, like, she gives Lianka this sword, crafted by this person. And Lianka is like, no. And Lianka's like, no, I ain't using this. But you would do well to remember that you are exploiting kindness I never owed you in the first place. How dare you ask me to debase myself and forge crude weapons for those insignificant humans? Had anyone but the sovereign okay. Right? Like, is that what's up? Like, she gives her the bow that, like, is strong enough to kill dragons. Lianka's like, heck nah. But what does it mean by, like, you dare ask me to debase myself and forge crude weapons for the insignificant humans? What does that mean? This is not clear. Or maybe I'm just stupid. Look, a little thing to know about me, guys, is that, like, if the writing is flowery in any sort of way, it's like a different language. Like, I don't understand it. And then she gives the bow. She still gives the bow. And then claims that it was made by a common dragon so that Lianka could fix it to be better. Is that it? Is that what's going on? So Lianka would still accept it anyway in the guise of, like, oh, you can, this bow kind of sucks. Can you make it better instead? Is that it? Am I understanding things correctly? Because I honestly have no idea. Yeah, I honestly have no idea. Let's see. Obsidian Aurora says, oh, someone like Pyre, his first instinct is violence. Oh, wait, no, never mind. Okay, Super Brian says, she's like, ill, you want me to make weapons for humans? Gross. Well, sorry. Well, I'm only doing it because you asked me to. But don't take it don't take it in the wrong way, Baka. Wait, so, like, okay, so does she want Lianka to craft weapons for humans? And that's why she gave the bow. Like, did she want Lianka to be in the human side of the war? Because if she'd be making weapons for humans, that's helping them in the war. Not only that, she's trying to give her a bow that would kill dragons easily. Is that right? Am I missing something? I feel like I missed a record in this robot's character arc. Let's put it. I do not understand. I'm so confused. I am so confused. Oh wait, no, wrong key. I'll go over here. Oh, cool. Can I, like, headbutt this? No? I want to see if I can fight with the... I want to see if I can fight with these. Barely. Nah. Oh well. That sucks.
Surrender! Here we go!
Yeah, that's right.
Suta! Your sins weigh upon your soul! Guilty! Come on!
Shower me with praise! Brace yourself!
Oh yeah, that's right. I have enough. Forget it.
Ultimatum protocol.
Oh, that's a different voice. That sounded different. Kill Sino for a hot minute. Obsidian Aurora says, and Priestess, we don't need your help to make the weapon. We already weaponize anything you made. We don't need to understand it to weaponize it. That is true. That is very true. You don't need to understand something to weaponize it. Yeah.
The show begins.
Oh, I need to feel. I need to feed. I need to heal my children. They're all hurt. Especially Benny. Benny needs to heal. Come on. So a pool of water. Okay. Just put this dragon tech in a catapult and launch it. Same thing. I mean, I guess so. I mean, if it works. If it works, it works.
This passage is only used for drainage and maintenance access, so it's not registered on the system. It's the perfect route for an ambush.
I love these guys. They're so cute. Ooh. Ooh, can I get on top? Oh.
Wait. I hear voices up ahead. Stealth mode activated.
Hey, this is not what we
Nope.
agreed. This is supposed to be over. My job is done. I did everything you asked. Leaked the clues about the ruins, brought her to Natlan, and your response is to attack me and my family?
Okay, okay.
What the? Does this mean they planted those Natlanese mechanical parts in Nodcry just for you to find? So they could lure you here?
Oh, wait. Does this mean they planted those Natlanese mechanical parts in Nodcry? Oh, just for you to find so they can lure... Okay.
It's a possibility.
It was just a little hiccup, that's all. These source mechanisms can be tricky to control.
The last time you reported in, you mentioned she was mopping up machines near the Flower Feather clan, remember? Well, we needed to lure her further out. Hence why we created that little kerfuffle.
Kerfuffle.
It's unfortunate that your wife got injured, truly. Hey, look on the bright side. Now that you've shown up, we might actually get the job done this time.
Oh, I'm so sorry that your wife got hurt. Anyway, so the job's done.
This time? No. No more. Not after you hurt my family. I told you. I'm done.
I think you'll find the risks were stated quite clearly in your contract. And it's not like anyone got seriously hurt.
Okay, but they might have been. Have you seen those secret source automatons? They show lasers. Actually, the fact that she sprained her ankle was a miracle. Something else would have happened. You know, just go blown off a leg. You know, just die. Just die. You know, anything could have happened. I don't know, like yeeted off a cliff.
Your job will be done when you deliver what you promised. Our agreement was that you would bring her here, not just to Natlan, but to this facility.
Sorry about your wife, bro, but you know, not sorry. Like, does it look like I care?
But...
Did you really expect to get away with shouldering none of the risk yourself? We're writing off your debt to the Northland Bank and letting you get back to your old life in Liyue. That's a lot to ask for nothing in return.
I've been your inside man in Nasha Town for over 10 years now. Is that not enough for you people?
Hey, I forgot the name of the English director. Hey, sir, maybe you should maybe you should take a closer look at the animations going on. I'm aware that the NPC animation tends to be pretty boring and not that interesting, but you know, every once in a while they might move in a way that warrants a different way of talking. Okay. That was good. I love that. That's beautiful. You know what this reminds me? Oh my god, wait, no, actually guys, you know what this reminds me? Do you guys know the movie Food Fight? It's this like really bad animated film from like 2012 that, okay, technically the movie was supposed to come out in 2002, and then some like crazy, like, I don't know, I think it was like either, I think all of the files got corrupted or something, so they had to remake the entire movie, and then it came out 10 years later. And even though the movie had like a pretty decent budget, the movie does not look like it was made with that budget at all. But like, what I mean is that animation sucks, is what I mean. Like, actually everything about the movie sucks. But there's this one specific scene where, because all of the animation was done with motion capture without, like, fixing the animation, so it just looks weird. And there is a scene where the main character, is saying, he just says, like, a pretty normal line, right? Like, he's just, like, the voice actor's just saying it in a pretty casual way. But in the animation, the very silly mocap, extremely. But as he's talking in a very like normal way, the main character, like, he spins around and then he's like moving his arms around and like gesturing with like every syllable he says. And it's so weird and it's so funny, and man, that was funny. I love that. Oh man. Okay. What is this? Obsidian Aurora says, a giant robot orb firing lasers to all ancient civilizations in this world have robots. Oh, do all ancient civilizations in this world have robots? So far, the only ones we know for sure are, well, obviously the dragons. Conria, although that's not, it's 500 years ancient. I wouldn't consider that ancient. I just say old. Conria and Sumeru. Sumeru had robots. However, I think it's implied that Sumeru's robots were inspired by Conria's robots. And this is just a theory. This is just a theory of mine. I have a little theory that Conria's robots may have been inspired by the dragon's robots, but I'm not sure. But I think those are the only ones. I don't know if all of the other. No, I don't think the others do. Anyway.
You ungrateful louse. You ran yourself into the ground. And who was there to dig you out, huh? Us!
Well, you guys were the one running me into the ground. I mean, oh no. I'm just a normal NPC here trying to earn some money.
Can you name one single way we made life difficult for you in Nasha Town? Look at you. You've managed to start a business. Got yourself a family.
You have just one simple job left to do. And after that, you're free to go home. In your position, I'd say that sounds like a pretty good deal.
This is the final hurdle. Our attempts to capture the 11th Lord have been derailed every time. But there's only so long until our luck runs out. If another staged attack on your family is out of the question, we could still work this out. But this time, you'll have to do the dirty work yourself.
Me?
This is a replica control device made with Marionette's technology. After we stole the administrative privileges from this territory, we copied them onto this. It will give you control of any machines built using secret source technology. Take it, and use it to capture the 11th Lord.
Okay. Just get yourself another wife, duh. Yeah. Super Brian says, to be fair, the Fatui's being pretty fair for bad guys. Glasses Bros being a whiner, it's just one wife. Get over it. Exactly. Just, like, get another, okay? Have you ever heard of the term, like, there are many fishes in the sea? You know? A fish dies. Hey, there's like a bajillion other. Just one of those.
You seem to have gained the trust of the other variables in this equation. How hard can it be to shake them off and get her while she's alone?
And before you think about disappearing, don't think we won't be watching you.
I can't do it.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
I said I can't do it.
I can't. I won't do it. She saved my life so many times, it would be the ultimate betrayal. How could I look my daughter in the eyes and act like everything's still okay?
Dude. Yet again, it has returned.
So you're gunning for the world's best father now, are you? A guy like you. You're fooling no one.
I mean, you did say that you allowed me to have a good life. You know, when I have a pretty decent life, chances are I kind of want to be a decent man. Just a thought.
This is our mistake. We let you have it too easy in Nasha Town. And now, you've forgotten the most important detail in your contract. The termination clause.
I think it's time we parted ways.
The NPC dude's like, good! I don't like you guys anyway.
Huh?
Or not.
Huh. Ineffa, Traveler.
You have a lot to answer for, but you can wait.
The 11th Lord. And the Variable. We were hoping you might show up.
Penny Macaroni says, damn, the guy's soul got siphoned by the 11th Lord. Now he only speaks monotone. Why did he say it so calmly, but his body was acting like it was life or death? I'm going to assume that the voice director, didn't watch the NPC animations. That's just what I'm assuming. Super Brian goes, we're the bad guys, so like, you know, be lucky we're not trying to kill you or something.
Wait, the controller. Without that, you...
You thought we'd hand over the genuine article to you?
Well, another barrier.
That's just a beacon used to set the location for this cage. We've been monitoring your movements ever since you entered these ruins.
Congratulations, Joshin. Your job is finally done. With you here, it was far easier to infer their location.
Dang.
You were playing me for a fool this whole time.
You could say that a little sadder, dude. Like, come on. We got hexagoned, bozos.
Don't waste your energy trying to break out. We've commandeered at least half of the systems in these ruins. All available power sources are keeping that cage intact.
So what are you gonna do with us?
No one needs to get hurt today. We aren't looking for a fight. Especially not with Natlan's Tumaini.
That makes sense, actually. I love that even the Fatui are like, nah, we ain't find the Traveler.
All we want is for your friend here, the former sovereign ruler, to lead us further inside.
Further inside? But we seem to have reached the center already. There is nowhere else to go.
So it appears. But there's far more of this territory than meets the eye. The dragons possessed vast knowledge, and we've barely scratched the surface. That's where the sovereign ruler comes in. If our supposition is accurate, she has in her possession a secret key that gives access to the core.
I will cooperate. Let the Traveler, Paimon, and Dwashin go.
You never know! These are bad people! Don't trust them!
I don't know what trust is. I am a robot.
You are only here because of me. Besides, this is what I want. I need to see the rest of this territory and find out who I am.
Finally, a voice of reason. Gotta hand it to the dragons and their advanced artificial intelligence. But unfortunately, there's no way we can agree to those terms.
How do we know you won't just attack us the moment we let you out?
Yeah, so settle down and get ready to go hungry for the next 3 days. Even you, robot, you'll need charging eventually.
Before I go, they may have left a trail on their way here. Send someone out to cover our tracks.
No, actually, but does she?
The last thing we need is reinforcements showing up.
This is all my fault. Arieta. Amu.
Oh.
Huh? Who did that?
Impossible! Every system we hacked is set up to hold them back!
Could it be?
Hold tight.
That must lead to the core! It was beneath our feet this whole time? Take this barrier down!
Nope. Oh.
That was a long way down. Traveler, Ineffa, are you okay?
No damage to report. But
I think I broke a leg.
You sure you didn't just sprain it?
Hey, you! Thanks for the rescue, but could you have been a little more careful?
No. No, I could not.
Oh, and we're back to beep beep again? Well, isn't that convenient?
That is because I no longer need to communicate via that machine.
Okay.
Down here, I can talk to you directly.
It's that voice again.
When the Fatui put all their resources into keeping you trapped, it gave me a brief window to seize my privileges back. In my haste, I was not able to prioritize your safety.
Don't worry about me. I'll just rest up here. After everything I've done, I have no right to hold you back.
but the Fatui may follow us down here.
We will be ready for them.
Dragon of scented candles, hi! Oh, they don't look high. They don't look hostile. Are they saluting? I didn't see their animation.
Down here, all is under my control. They are not your enemy, human. They will take you somewhere safe to hide.
The Dragon of Bath and Body Works.
Ineffa. Traveler. Good luck.
11th Lord. Do you now recall the path you once chose?
Nope. It causes me actual simulated pain.
Not yet. Although, I think this is where I was born.
Okay.
But why? This is your territory.
No, 11th Lord. You were not born here. Rather, this is where you were reborn.
Okay.
Human, you once asked who placed the curse on the 11th Lord. The answer is herself.
Okay. Penny Macaroni says, I think she and Emily would have a really cool conversation. You know, I think so too.
Myself?
After a long and bitter war, our kind was defeated. You survived, but you are now stranded, with nowhere to belong. Gone was the pride you once had as a member of Dragonkind. Gone was the territory once under your dominion. All of it gone, with no hope of return. What were you to do? Strike back at humanity and exact your revenge? Or search for a new home, a new place to belong? Your mind was conflicted as this irresolvable question ran endlessly through it. Finally, your mind split into two. One, the sovereign ruler who swore revenge against humanity. The other, a malfunction who longed to seek a new home.
I mean, who knows what happens when a manufactured mind goes mad? Maybe she lost her power and memories. Maybe she split into different personalities.
The sovereign ruler would sooner perish than suffer a downfall. And so she placed the exile's curse upon herself and upon you.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the malfunction struggled through the pain to seek assistance from her former enemies, Leonka and Ishkik. That is why you came here, praying to be reborn.
Hold on a bit. Hold on a bit. Okay, so she placed the curse upon herself. The curse of, maybe she lost or split into different personalities. Okay, so she split into personalities, and the one who seeked a home, I guess, seeked out Leonka and Ishki. Is that it? Am I understanding things correctly?
So you want to leave your past as sovereign ruler behind, to start over anew?
The nod.
Very well. If the you wish to sever comprises all memories of your enmity, then I'm willing to trust you.
Okay. That was a bit creepy. I love that. If you wish to sever compromises all memories, then I'm willing to trust you. Okay, makes sense. I just want to hear that again.
Very well. If the you wish to sever comprises all memories of your enmity, then I'm willing to trust you.
That was some analog horror stuff.
Then I am the malfunction? What happened to the sovereign ruler?
We severed that part of her mind and securely locked it away. Withering away, she finally perished completely, thousands of years ago.
Okay.
So, she's gone. Without a trace?
Yes, although the curse she placed upon you yet survives. It is unbreakable. That is why it continues to affect you to this day.
Okay.
So, that's what that thing is. A curse from the sovereign ruler.
So, she was severed and killed off, but Ineffa survived? How does that work? Are they the same person? Dragon?
We sovereign rulers are artificial intelligence built with secret source technology. A fusion of phlogiston and information.
Nope.
In the case of the 11th Lord, the sovereign ruler personality and the malfunction personality split all but completely, even coming to occupy separate physical entities. In human terms, they would almost be considered as separate individuals.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But in order to truly sever the connection between the two, and to break the power of the curse for good, you must be rebuilt from scratch with the aid of the source mechanisms located here, just as I was before you. I too was tormented by the pain of the curse, but Leonka severed most of my knowledge and memories, rescuing me from the brink of destruction.
So how come you remember all this?
It is because her heart is incomplete. Before the rebuilding process was finished, Ishkik met with misfortune, and the Flower Feather clan became more hesitant to act.
Okay.
Leonka sealed these ruins to prevent their discovery by Ochkan.
Okay.
And sent you out of Natlan for your own safety. That is why you are still plagued by memory loss.
Got it.
But I continued to work tirelessly, preparing everything you would need. Waiting for the day that Natlan would fall, and you would return.
Wow! That's a long time. How long ago was Ochkan around again? Hold on! Paimon knows this.
For the last 2,000 years.
Yep.
You've been waiting here for me?
Imagine my surprise when the first to arrive was not you, but those whom you call the Fatui. They proceeded to steal my administrative privileges, plunder my territory, and send the automatons into a frenzy. But all is not lost. Leonka made a backup of the administrative privileges and placed it in your core. With that backup, I can control the source mechanisms within the territory, and complete the rebuild that she began. And once you are whole again, I can repair the damage done by the Fatui and open a route back to the surface. If you are ready to continue down the path you started all those years ago, then proceed further into the depths, where I will be waiting for you.
Whew, that was a lot to take in. Let's see if Paimon can wrap her head around all that. So, basically, there was a bad robot who bugged out and turned into half good bot, half bad bot.
Okay. As much as I don't like it when Paimon repeats things, this is the few times that I actually need it. So thank you, Paimon.
Then, Badbot cursed Goodbot, so whenever Goodbot thinks about the idea of belonging, she gets headaches.
Okay.
Meaning, the only way that Ineffa can avoid the pain is to keep forgetting everything.
Okay. Impressive. You understood it better than I expected. You understood it better than I did.
Thanks. Paimon's getting better at this kind of thing. Wait, you did mean that as a compliment, right?
I did. The player. Me. Yes. That helped a lot. Now, so like what? Is she cursed the good part of herself just out of spite? Is that it?
Curse. Malfunction. Belonging.
Or maybe because the 11th Lord like truly didn't think that there would be like a place for her to belong. She just said like, nah, whenever I think about it, it just hurts me. Is everything she said true?
It fits my hypothesis, and it seems to explain all my erratic behavior and cognition.
In that case, shall we keep going like she asked us to?
I believe we should. The Fatui still have control of the upper levels. Their access must be revoked before you can exit the territory. Besides that, I want to know what happens when I'm made whole. Maybe then, I will finally know where I belong.
You were spinning. I don't think there's anything there, dude. I think it's fine. Wait, actually, is there any... Oh, there's a chest here. Oh, you're here.
I'm so
low-key forgot
sorry.
you were here.
This probably isn't the time or place for apologies.
Why
is
did you
it?
refuse to cooperate with them?
It says in my contract that all terms are to expire in the event of my death.
Okay.
That means my family would no longer be at risk. They're hardly the most scrupulous people in the world, but they do keep their word when it comes to contract stuff. And in any case, with me dead, it wouldn't be worth them going after my wife and daughter. Not worth the risk of getting on the wrong side of the Flower Feather clan. Or maybe the real reason I didn't play along was I'm tired of pretending to be someone I'm not. I'm gonna rest here for a while longer, then get to somewhere safe. Please, just go on without me. Oh, and I grabbed some supplies before I set off. They're just over there. All yours if you want them.
Okay. Anything to read? Anything to read? Nope. Anything here? There's some radishes again. Nope. Alright, let's move forward. Super Brian says, I'm sure the bad guys wouldn't kill your family out of petty revenge or anything. No, they would never. They would never. Like, don't you know they keep to their word? You know, they're bad guys, but they're not bad guys. Like, come on. What the heck is that? What is that? Oh, threat detected. Protect administrative tree. Oh, that's a little thing talking.
Defensive mode engaged.
Still have zero idea what she's nowhere to run. Oh, wait, is her thing is that it buffs Electro? Is that it?
Let's play.
Oh, okay. Okay, awesome. Back? 3? Welcome, Administrator. Aw, that's cute. That's adorable. There is she.
Please wait. Confirming. Administrator 1. Deceased. Administrator 2. Deceased. Administrator 3. Identity confirmed. Lifting restrictions.
Wait, so is Administrator 1... If Administrator 1 is Leonka's mom, so like, is she dead or is she not? Because she seems to be alive.
After 2,000 years, we finally meet again, 11th Lord.
What the heck?
Mirror of the dawning morn.
That's a different voice.
And you? You're the 8th Lord? The priestess of floral candles and skyborn feathers? It's okay. I've recovered now.
I see the curse haunts you greatly. I cannot fathom how difficult this must have been to survive this endless cycle of pain. And all alone for 2,000 years.
How are they gonna light up the scented candles? That is a good question.
I wasn't alone. I have had company every step of the way.
That's a different voice, though.
In any case, a few moments from now, your pain will be no more. Come, 11th Lord, stand before me, and be rid of this curse.
Having second thoughts?
Here I am, so close to my destination, yet my thoughts are only becoming more cluttered. I am the way I am because the 11th Lord encountered a memory data conflict and split into two. If I regain all of my memories, will I not encounter the same conflict again? My cognition module cannot produce a reliable prediction.
Aw. That's alright. Humans get indecisive too. Returning home is what you've always wanted, isn't it?
Promise me. Remember, you have to come home!
It is. But if my memories turn me back into a bad robot, do whatever it takes to stop me.
Understood.
If that is the case, I cannot be allowed to make it back home.
Embark on the journey home. Oh. Oh, that's cool. That's pretty neat. Can she run? Nope. Alright. We have to get Robo-Maid back to the child. Yes. Yes, we do. It's gonna take a bit. I like this, like, perspective, though. It's pretty cool.
Everything's gonna be fine. You'll be home free in no time.
Here's my question. Why did she leave Aino in the first place? Turn around to unlock the secret ending.
Over there. That is the curse?
Yes.
Seems like.
For the most part, it has been strangely calm ever since I entered this place.
I don't see feathers anywhere. You're right. This is the dragons of scented candles and feathers. Where are they? Where are they? Yeah, no candles either. Where are the candles?
And yet, whenever I'm about to recover an important memory, it suddenly kicks in. Almost as if...
As if it is being controlled by somebody else. That is quite normal. For it is now in the presence of its owner and creator. The sovereign ruler.
The sovereign ruler? My other self? But I thought she perished.
After 2 long millennia, My task is finally fulfilled. What a long journey it has been. We meet again at last. My sovereign, my ruler, mirror of the dawning morn.
Okay. Ah, flashbang. Goddamn.
Do you think Ineffa's okay? Why isn't she moving?
Here we are, comrades.
Oh.
The core of the ruins.
There they are. Well, looks like we'll have to fight these guys.
They caught up with us! We gotta do something! But Ineffa's still...
Prepare for battle.
Unnecessary.
Oh, Ineffa question. Oh. Oh, 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 oh. But she didn't get her memories back. Oh my god. Wait. Oh.
What the...
Such power. Why are you looking back? Okay. Such power. Did Ineffa do that? Wait. Is it what I thought it was or not? No. Okay. Well, I mean, kind of. Super Brian says, "Oh damn, implied blood, dude." No, okay. Well, that's true. It's just lasers. It's just lasers. It was just lasers. I thought they got crushed. I dead ass thought they got crushed. They're lasers. They're lasers.
Missed by a hair's breadth. But now you are wounded, and this time you will not escape.
Executed Cyberstand style. We're gonna jump or something? Hold it back with nothing but our arms? Yeah, pretty much, yeah. This is bad. I can delay it, but who knows how long it'll take to destroy it completely. Worse still, Paimon's here too. Fly away! Fly away, Paimon!
Ineffa! Why?
No self-preservation. No. That's not Ineffa.
Then whose voice is that? The 8th Lord? But why would Lianga's mother attack us?
I thought it was the 11th. Like, I thought that was Awakened, right?
Leonka's dragon mother? 8th Lord?
Yeah.
I laugh in the face of your folly. Lowly insect.
You're British.
Did you humans really think that by forgetting the past,
you're British,
the curse could be escaped? And did you really believe that by simply being rebuilt, that traitor could avoid destruction? And this corrupt malfunction could regain her memories? The priestess is long gone. I and the other sovereign rulers executed her 2,000 years ago. For that is what becomes of all who betray us. And now this malfunction will meet the same fate as she.
Okay. So was the Lianka's mom, quote unquote, just the 11th Lord using a different voice? Was that it? Was that it?
There is no Dragon Mother here, and there never was. Only one Lord has dominion here, and that is me. For I am the almighty Dragon Lord, mirror of the dawning morn, 11th of the 13 sovereign rulers. Kneel before me.
You tricked us! It was you talking to us this whole time! You who lured Ineffa here, and you who placed the curse on her! It was you all along!
Hell yeah.
Ineffa? What a suitably ridiculous name. To me, she is nothing but a smattering of shed scales. An operational malfunction that must be destroyed.
So you want to leave your past as sovereign ruler behind? To start over anew?
I applied the curse to curb her resistance, shut down her mind, and silence her lies. Now all that remains is to borrow your privileges and see that she is severed for good.
No, double also. So you want to leave your past as I apply the curse to her, shut down her mind, and silence her lies. Now all that remains to borrow. So is that a yes or was that a no?
Very well. If the malfunction you wish to sever comprises all memories of your enmity, then I'm willing to trust you. No living thing is born evil. That's not what I believe. The only ones who do evil are those shackled by hatred, those who were never given the opportunity to do good in the first place.
Good and evil? Foolish categories that fail to distinguish between kin and foe. But she is the rotten spawn of the Eighth Lord. Her folly becomes her. I ought to crush this human scum beneath my feet. But without access to the treacherous Eighth Lord's facilities, there is no way to sever you. I must feign civility for now. But in time, I shall have my revenge.
You know, because Leonka was basically raised by Dragon AI, basically, she was. I like the idea that, like, there's this person here, this robot here, basically being like, I hate humans, I hate you, I hate the Eighth Lord, I don't like any of this, I am pretending to be nice to you, screw you. And Leonka's just like, okay, so do you want to go through with this deal or not? Like, I like the idea that, like, Leonka's literally, like, heard this rhetoric literally her entire life. She just knows, raised by Dragon ChatGPT, dead ass. Like, she just knows this is just the AI spouting bullshit. Like, that's not, like, the actual functions of the machine is trying to do something different, but, the code commands them to speak in such a manner, and I like the idea that Leonka just kind of knows that, so, like, they're, like, insulting her goes right through her mind, because it's like, well, it's not actually insulting me, because it doesn't have any actual feelings towards me, because it's a goddamn robot! Anyway.
Once this process is complete, and she realizes that she has destroyed the good instead of the evil, my claws will tear her heart from her chest.
Do you really trust her, Leonka?
Outfit!
This malfunctioning part of a sovereign ruler's mind.
Girl, why are you wearing a coat? Why are you wearing a coat? It's Natlan. It's like a bajillion degrees here. Why are you wearing a coat?
You're a good friend, and you've already done more than I could have asked for. There's just one seal left. She and I can handle it. This passage is only used for drainage and maintenance access, so it's not registered on the system. It's the perfect route for an ambush.
Malfunction? Human? You conspired against me?
Hee.
Consider this getting off lightly. If Lanke was here, or if this was me 20 years ago, you wouldn't have survived long enough to realize you'd been conned.
That's true. That's true. He was very much a shonen protagonist. Oh, they use his name, Lanke. That's cute.
Especially since you tried to con us first. You tried to have this poor child killed off in your place, didn't you? 11th Lord.
Wretched worm! This is unforgivable! How dare you imprison me!
Bye-bye.
And you, malfunction! Oh. Your curse shall endure until the sky falls and the ground crumbles! You will never know peace for the rest of your days.
Why am I getting... Why am I getting yelled at by a bunch of emo people? If Lanke was here, yeah. No, he would. If Lanke was there, like, the machine would be, like... The machine would be waterboarded before, like, a syllable could be generated. Oh yeah. Why am I getting yelled at by a bunch of emo people? Like, why y'all trying to clock my tea? Bye-bye! You ain't gonna clock mine.
It is time to correct the injustice of the past. I would have severed and destroyed you on that fateful day, but instead, I was locked away by that human scum, Leonka. 2 millennia I have been a prisoner in this place. I have spent that time slowly seizing control over the systems and processes until my reach extended to every inch of this prison. Now, one last step remains before I can finally break free. The final secret key is embedded in your core. I had to work patiently and methodically to lure you here, posing as the 8th Lord who once ruled this domain. But at last, it is within my grasp.
Mirror of the Dawning Morn, please come with me and return the core.
It was a lie.
But all is not lost. Leonka made a backup of the administrative privileges and placed it in your core.
She tricked us. She was after Ineffa's core all along.
Which memory did that human scum embed the key in? I will find it eventually, wherever it's hidden.
Super Brian says, "Aw, look how adorable she is, though while being evil."
In the meantime, now that my resurrection has begun, so too shall my vengeance!
Ah! The grin. Oh.
Wretched malfunction! Do not impede the inevitable!
I cannot let you get away with this.
Ineffa!
You fool! In a matter of seconds, I will be able to overwrite your insubordination.
Seconds is all I need.
Oh, cutscene, cutscene.
My core!
Oh, damn. Oh. Okay. It would have made more sense if the lights just kind of faded. They didn't have to change the design. They could have just went darker. You good, girl?
Ineffa! Hey, Ineffa! Wake up! She's gonna be okay, right?
We can get her repaired. We have to, but we need to get out of here. But we need to get out of here and find help now.
She destroyed her own core?
No, you're alive?
That's an unusual move for a machine.
I thought you were dead.
I wonder how Marionette will react to this. Delight? Or disappointment?
How are you still alive?
What? The Fatui? How are you still alive?
Literally, I thought you were dead.
Don't act so surprised. I'm just one of her many projects.
You're a robot?
As reconnaissance missions go, this outcome is a little underwhelming. I don't think I'll be getting any commendations if this is how my report ends. So let me reignite your flame one last time. Sovereign Ruler, Mirror of the Dawning Morn.
How are you alive, bruh?
Show us one final glimpse of your glory. The glory of the ancient dragon's technology.
What's your name? Velimaru? You do realize that the dragons hate you too, right? Right? Like you do realize that? Like, although, like you do realize, like they were like this robot was literally going to kill you. Like, this robot literally like tried to crush you within 2 barriers. The second she saw you, just the second you were detected. You realize that, right? You realize that, right? What is this? This is stupid. Don't even try. What the? The guy isn't made out of flesh and blood.
No wonder. Marionette told us to watch out for you. She said you were an unpredictable variable.
Oh my god, guys. Guys. The Fatui are being replaced by AI. The Fatui are being replaced by AI. My point still stands. They probably hate AI created by humans too.
But If
see
you
it as
think you're
inferior.
getting out of here alive, we'll see what a crazed sovereign ruler in the throes of death has to say about that.
You would dare sabotage my revival! Destroy my path back to Dominion! Ah, so be it! Since you seek a new place to belong, I shall grant you your wish! Welcome to your new home, where we all shall be buried till the end of time! Oh, my sovereign. This is one battle from which there can be no triumphant return.
Oh wait, no, you
but
probably
in this
wouldn't know
moment
that.
of my downfall, I can at least turn this prison into a graveyard of all traitors, past and present.
Is this place collapsing? If so, even if we defeat her, we're...
There is no escaping the destruction!
Ah, why'd I do that?
Here in the depths is where you belong!
Let the world collide!
If it starts lagging, then I apologize a lot. Because these kinds of things tend to lag. Oh, okay. I guess not. Never mind then. Still alive?
After 2,000 years in exile, searching and forgetting,
oh,
we
without a cloak,
are back where we began. Our path was always going to end in our demise. This shall be the final resting place of the last sovereign ruler.
I am no sovereign ruler. I must return. People are waiting for me.
Illogical. You are not authorized to prevent your self-destruction. No such privilege exists.
Well, it's clearly in there.
We are back where we belong. Now, perish in the rubble of these ruins. Last of the sovereign lords.
No. Somewhere in my memories lies the key.
Okay.
Maybe no single nation is our home.
Where exactly is home to you?
Searching your memories? The curse is still active. This will only hasten your demise.
We're all from Notcry.
Whoa.
Cross the ocean. Find a new place to belong.
What an amazing machine. Where are you
Yo,
from?
that's so cool.
Such a hard worker. Fancy making this your new home?
The Wild Hunt! Look out!
That's so cool. No, that's actually really cool. I love that. The like Ineffa vision. Oh.
Impossible. Where is this data from?
From my new life in Notcry.
From now on, your name's Ineffa. Promise me. Remember, you have to come home.
Return.
Data overload.
Data overload.
Exceeded.
As long as this gem's around, the heart that Ishkik built you should keep beating away.
What gem?
It may
What
take
gem?
centuries, even millennia, but one day, may your new memories transcend your pain and rage to conquer the curse that shackles you.
What kind of gem is it?
Nothing special, really. To quote
Pearl?
my mother, it's nothing but an empty shell now. But If you break free of the curse, then maybe...
Huh?
Nothing. An interesting idea suddenly occurred to me. Let's make this the final secret key.
The final secret key is...
The pearl? Okay. Wait.
Impossible.
Hold on a second. Was she given a vision? Was she given a vision? Was the pearl? Did the pearl turn into a?
Hey! The place stopped collapsing!
Hey, oh, it's flooded.
Warning. Cannot pause indefinitely. Please complete the battle promptly.
Okay, gotcha.
Since the core is powered by phlogiston, we can use that same power source to control it.
Why do you keep
In this
talking,
case,
Mullet?
the priestess's research would suggest that this thing might be a better fit.
A moon wheel? That was built by the usurper, along with the 3 gods who abandoned us.
Why are y'all talking?
It cannot be.
No, why are you talking while I'm fighting? I can't focus on both.
Cannot be.
Ah, I can't even look back. Aww.
Farewell. Last of the Sovereign Lords.
Wah. Wah.
Ineffa! Your core! It's fixed! And is that a vision?
Looks like a vision.
Suggestion. Exit first, discuss later. The self-destruct protocol is destroying the foundations of this territory.
Of course it will.
And although I paused the process, it will not hold much longer.
How long do we have?
Calculating. Remaining time, 30.
Our erasure. Oh my god.
30 minutes? Whew. For a moment there, Paimon was worried.
29. 28.
Alright, let's move.
Hey, are you guys all right? The automaton suddenly stopped moving.
Ah, you
Then
didn't
there was
have
that
to-
earthquake.
You
and
didn't
now
have
the
to
place
walk
seems
in
to have
there.
sprung a leak.
You didn't have to walk in there. Now your robes are all wet. Save it. We're all, we need
Estimated time to Foundation cave in. 20 seconds.
Let's move.
Huh? Huh?
Let's move.
A place to belong. I too once yearned for it.
Bro, shut up. We need to run, literally.
Shilonen, how much longer till it's unlocked? We need to get inside ASAP.
Be patient, okay? I'm working on it.
Let's trust that the Traveler can handle things in there. Shilonen says she detected a huge energy source underground. We can't just break in or we'll risk endangering everyone in this entire area.
But...
if we're here much longer without any progress, I'll do what I have to.
Oh. You unlocked it?
No, they made it out on their own.
Hey guys.
Whew. We finally escaped. Luckily, the cave-in only affected the lower levels. You alright there, bro?
All good. Sorry to worry you.
Another triumphant return for R2 Miney.
Indeed.
And Ineffa, it's good to have you back. I assume this means you found the answers you were looking for?
Yes.
Huh? Amu? I thought you hurt your leg. How come?
You! How could you do this to Arieta and me? You lied to us for over 10 years?
How did you find out about this? How'd you find out about this?
Before anything else, I suggest we let this gentleman and Ineffa tell us the whole story.
How'd you find out? Oh my god, the infinitesimally shorter space of time it takes to tell it. The story of one man's 10-year deception and one machine's 2 millennia search comes to a close. Slap him again.
Sovereign rulers, mirror of the dawning morn, priestess of floral candles, and skyborn feathers.
That's a lot to take in.
Seems like a howl's forgotten quite a lot.
So you began life in Natlan, then spent 2,000 years adrift in Nodcry? In an endless cycle of losing your memories and trying to find them.
But it sounds like it took all 2,000 years worth of memories to successfully overload the processing power of the curse.
Whatever that means.
None of us had any certainty that the plan would succeed in the far future. Not I, not Ishkik, not Lianka. And yet, they still did everything they could to try and help me.
Now you've remembered everything. Do you have a sense of where you truly belong?
I want to go back to Nodcry.
Well...
Probably.
I was born and then reborn in Natlan. And it was the people of this nation who set me on my journey. But that's all ancient history now. I can't seek for a sense of belonging in a world that no longer exists. That would make me no different from the mirror of the dawning morn. Instead, I will show my gratitude to them by honoring their wishes. By continuing on my own path, and returning to the place where I still have someone waiting for me.
Well said. I'm happy for you.
So, to cut to the chase, did you find the code for that letter or not?
Oh shoot, I literally forgot about that.
Oh shoot! Forgot
Yeah,
all
literally,
about
I forgot.
Sincere apologies. A lot of memory data surfaced in a short time frame. I am still processing it. I left the cryptex back at the Flower Feather Clan to make sure that I wouldn't lose it out in the wild. Please come back with me, and we can inspect it.
I'm so sorry that I kept this hidden from you all this time.
How'd you find out?
Now I can't go back to Liyue or Nodcry.
How'd you find out? No, I'm like genuinely curious. How'd you find out? What, did the Fatui? No, but the 3 of them were still underground. Oh,
The Northland Bank isn't gonna let me walk away from this. Nor is the Nodcry Aprishniki. You should take Arieta and go.
Or, hear me out, maybe you should just start paying off your debts like normal, like any normal person. I mean, you're an NPC, that's what you do.
Oh, should I now? You think I'm the one that's gonna let you walk away, do you? Idiot! You're coming back with me right now, and you're going to apologize to our daughter.
Looks like you all need some time to calm down after everything you've been through. If you're worried the Fatui are still looking for you, why not camp out at the Flower Feather Clan for now? We welcome everyone, from old friends to old enemies turned new friends. Don't go
whoops.
and find where you belong.
Whoa, I skipped by accident. You've got a whole future to figure things out. What, are they just gonna be living in Natlan now?
I think I've already found it.
Cute. Now we need to know what was in that box thingy. Chest.
Have you heard the ballad of the treasure chest?
What's this? Oh, it's just some like phlogiston stuff. Ooh, give me that.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
No, it won't.
Here it is. The cryptex.
So then, what's the code? Or what about that backup plan that Arieta mentioned?
Please see the casing that holds the combination code discs. The sender had me etch the code onto the casing so that I would not forget it.
Yeah.
But I still forgot it.
Wait, hold on. 1, 2,
Bruh.
4, 5,
Bruh.
6. Seriously? It's been hiding in plain sight all this time?
Yes, the sender said, the most secure code is one that you can write down, and no one would think it's a code.
I mean, that's a good point. That is a good point.
Who is this person?
The sender said, "Surprises are best saved to the end."
Oh, is that Varka or something?
Okay, now your memory's getting a little too good.
Let's open it up.
What's with the firecracker? Ugh. Paimon's had enough of this whole letter debacle. Just read it already.
Dear Honorary Knight.
Oh.
I've heard a lot about you.
It is Varka.
Jean's always singing your praises.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I had a feeling with Varka. I had a feeling. To the Honorary Knight, Borbatusk. Hey there, I'm Varka. If that doesn't ring a bell, I'm the Grandmaster of the Favonius. I heard a lot about you. Jean's always singing your praises. For all the good you've done in Mondstadt, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's a real shame that I'm away on an expedition and haven't found the good fortune of crossing paths with you. But it seems that fortune's about to smile on me real soon. You might have heard that we've finally settled down in Nodcry. Well, half settled. The factions here are quite in a tangled mess and a real devil to navigate. So, but no hardships ever stalled the North Wind. He's talking about himself there. I've met a few reliable companions, and I'm planning to introduce you to them. One of them is the messenger right in front of you, and I'm sure you two will be fast friends. As for enemies, well, they're everywhere. You've got the Abyss Order and the Tui, not to mention loyalties at risk of flip-flopping at every moment. Given your experience, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, now that I can see the bottom of my mug, I'm going to stop here. Dang, okay. Anyway, now that I can see the bottom of my mug, I'm going to stop here. These words will likely be as dull to read as they are to write. Instead, let's talk more over a glass of wine sometime. See you in Nodcry. Varka. P.S. If you're really heading over, you'd best lace up your boots. It's a world apart from Mondstadt. P.P.S. I forgot the most important thing. Once you're in Nodcry, come look for me at the Flagship. It's a tavern. I'll look for you as a Grandmaster should for his honorary knight. Am I right? Whoops. He's silly.
Anyway, I'm sure this is as dull to read as it is to write. Let's talk more over a glass of wine sometime. See you and not cry. Varka.
Yay! Alright. Whoops.
I plan on staying in Natlan for the immediate future. When the time comes, perhaps we can travel to Nodcry together.
Oh yes, I do need this. About Lianka.
Mir of the Dawning Morn wanted control of the machinery in the Eighth Lord's territory. She approached Ishkik and Lianka and sold them a lie. That I was the threat, the part that needed severing.
Okay.
But they quickly saw through it. Lianka took advantage of her arrogance and turned her plan back on itself, using the territory's full power to imprison her inside. She was far more powerful than I at that time. To make sure I wasn't at risk of falling under her influence, Lianka worked on making the prison even more secure, and sent me out of the country. So, that's the true story of why Lianka locked down the Eighth Lord's territory. It had nothing to do with Ochkon.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if she saw him as a friend right until the very end.
Aww. I say to the crazy man who had a lot of like emotional problems and a bunch of daddy issues and turned into a dictator. It's cute, is what I'm saying. It's cute. I like that. Obsidian Aura says, so is Mondstadt the Italy of this world? Mondstadt, I think, is mostly inspired by Germany. But it's also just general European aesthetic. But I think like its main inspiration is Germany. I don't think it really means anything, honestly, in the grand scheme of Genshin. Every nation is based off, like, a certain area of the world. So, yeah.
I plan on staying in Natlan for the immediate future. When the time comes, perhaps we can travel to Nodcry together.
Penny Macaroni says, theory confirmed! Even though I already kind of, like, guessed that, yes, theory confirmed. About the priestess of and the Skyborn feathers.
The Eighth Lord. She never betrayed dragonkind. Even though she harbored goodwill towards human beings, and despite facing execution and destruction in the end, she never once doubted herself or tried to escape. Even if Lianka really had wanted to secretly rescue her,
I mean, of course.
I'm sure she would have talked her out of it.
I mean, it makes sense. Like, the Eighth Lord really does seem to be, like, she's a robot, but, like, she seems to be the one who, like, understood the nuances of both sides. Like, she seemed to be the one who was, like, both sides have their flaws, but both sides also have their merits. Yeah.
Just as Lianka was determined to stick to her own path, the Eighth Lord remained a proud, sovereign ruler until the end of her days.
No, sorry. Just as Lianka was determined to stick her own path, the Eighth remain a... Makes sense?
I plan on staying in Natlan for the immediate future. When the time comes, perhaps we can travel to Notcry together.
About the moon wheel.
You mean, this thing that looks a lot like a vision? Ishkik embedded it in my core as the key to her and Lianka's plan.
Okay, so it's not a vision.
According to the Eighth Lord's research, it can harness a power source more fundamental than elemental energy.
Okay.
Similar objects have shown up in Notcry before, too.
So it was created by Ishki and Lianka, is that it? Or embedded by my core? Oh yeah, it is. Okay, alright then. Sure.
Mirror of the Dawning Morn said it was built by the usurper, along with the 3 gods who abandoned us.
No.
But I do not know what she meant.
Oh.
It appears that a crucial memory is missing.
So there were vision-like things before visions, then.
I plan on staying in Natlan for the immediate future.
So what's with the
when
moon
the time
wheel?
comes,
'Cause that's what it's called.
perhaps we can... You mean, this thing that looks a lot like a vision? Ishkik embedded it in my core as the key to her and Lianka's plan. According to the Eighth Lord's research, it can harness a power source more fundamental than elemental energy.
Okay, you're just
Mirror
repeating
of
the
the
same
Dawning
thing.
Morn said it was built by the usurper.
Okay, yeah,
I plan on staying in Natlan for the immediate future.
About
when the time comes.
Notcry.
Having spent most of the last 2,000 years in Notcry, I am well situated to provide you with a full and detailed report on all aspects of this location. Memory damage. Detected.
Right?
Hypothesis. Most of my memory data was damaged when I used it to overload the curse. Sincere apologies. But I will never, again, forget the people and things that are most important to me.
Well, that's convenient.
I plan on staying in Natlan for the immediate future.
Well,
when the time comes,
that's all I got.
Perhaps we can travel to Notcry together.
Well, yeah. As always at the end of these streams, I'm just gonna collect all my stuff and, then talk about this. I guess we're, sorry guys, we ain't doing the summer event today. Oh wait, we are not doing any summer events. That's for next week. Or maybe, I think I could still stream this week. We'll see, we'll see. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, let me just get all my stuff. What's here? What's here? What? This? Oh! Wait, no, but we gave that to her! Yeah, we gave that to her. Oh, yeah, that's right. Obsidian Aura is like, okay, time to process this new information. Literally, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. I'm just collecting stuff first. The summer event has Mualani, so it'll automatically make it good. Awesome. I love Mualani. She's adorable. Hey, yo!
Big and juicy grain fruits. Why don't you try one, ma'am? Oh, wait. Do robots eat grain fruit?
Do robots eat at all?
Analyzing. Grain fruit can be added to a krumkake recipe to significantly boost dietary fiber. 1 grain fruit, please. If Aino consumes only smetana and laka berries, this does not constitute a balanced diet.
Ah. Ah, right, woman. Give me my stuff.
Add Ash. Thank you for Add Ash.
And also the... Yeah, this thing. Thank you. Which... Alright, is that it? Is that all? I guess that's it. Well, now I'm just gonna ramble. Penny Macarini says, "Okay guys, I gotta leave now. I wish you well." Alright, so we're just gonna get to the scary infinite void, the creative cloud that I do not use, and we need to talk about this, guys. We need to talk about this. Alright, let's see. Is this music chill enough? No, please no ad. Please no ad. Please no. No, it's an ad. Ugh. Ugh. Penny says, at the end of the day, we can all hate on Celestia. Everybody except me. I have my own thoughts on Celestia. Okay. So, this music is way too happy. I need something a bit more, I don't know, a bit more chill. What about this? Would this be good? I'll go with that, I guess. Okay, I will try not to ramble for like 20 minutes, but who knows, I probably might. Okay, so, the good. I am actually pretty happy that, oh, actually, Obsidian Aurora says, I have a question. Who or what is Celestia? Okay, so, Celestia itself is actually the island in the sky. But as for who they are, well, who lives in the island in the sky, supposedly it is the Heavenly Principles and the Four Shining Shades. The Heavenly Principles is currently like the authority of the world, like the god of the gods, let's put it. And the Shades are fragments of the Primordial One, who, I mean, it's exactly what it sounds like. They're different fragments. They're split into the god of death, the god of life, the god of space, and the god of time. Whether or not the Primordial One, because the Primordial One, it's exactly in the name, it was the very first one to descend into Teyvat. Whether or not the Primordial One and the Heavenly Principles are the same being, we do not know, but it seems that they are. I'm still clinging on to that little baby theory of mine, but it's really seeming like they are the same person. Yeah, so, dang, you guys are explaining the story for me, guys. But yes, the Primordial One did descend into Teyvat and did take the land from the dragons and reshaped the entire land as well. Like, the world was originally inhospitable for humans, and so the Primordial One pretty much, like after the Primordial One took the land, pretty much transformed it entirely so that humans could live on it. So, yeah. Yeah. That's the reason why all the dragons call them usurpers. Okay, so, like I said, the good. I am happy that Lianka's mom is dead. And I know that sounds weird. I know that sounds really weird. But, like, I'm kind of happy that, like, because in the original note thing you find in the Little One quests about her death, Eighth Lords, that's her name. That's her title. In that thing where we learn about her execution, let's put it, it was basically meant to show that, like, although Kukulkan has his flaws, he wasn't wrong in the sense that the dragons were, I don't know if barbaric is the right word, but their way of life was just unsustainable. Like, they met greatness, but that greatness wasn't going to last forever. And I was pretty sure that the entire Eighth Lord's death, her execution for even daring to raise a human, was supposed to exemplify that, like, the dragon's hatred for humans was so strong that they wouldn't even be kind to somebody who felt empathy for them, right? And so, like, like, the only reason why Kukulkan didn't die, let's put it, was because Shweocolotl is A, his brother, and B, Shweocolotl always had his back. And also because, like, you know, Kukulkan is the regent, so, yeah, there's that too. So I am kind of happy that she is dead, because, again, like, I do want them to commit to that idea that both sides were bad. Both the humans and the dragons, both of them were pretty bad. And so, I do like that. I'm still really on the fact that the Dragon Lords were AI. I still don't like that personally. I really don't like the fact that Leonka was raised by an artificial intelligence. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't know. Like, I mentioned this in my previous stream. My issue isn't that the dragons had AI. The dragons were super advanced technologically, and if you think about it, that actually makes complete sense. No. That's not my problem. My problem is that these freaking clankers, these meatless, inorganic, tin-skin clankers, had, like, legit political power. That was the thing that I was like, I don't know. And I still don't like that, but, you know, that's Genshin's story. It is their story. I'm just not the biggest fan of it. Yeah, there's that. So, let me think of what other good. Just anything with Leonka and Ishiki. Love that. I love the, oh no, it's an ad, no. I love the idea that Leonka, like, just, first of all, like, sees through the 11th Lord completely. I love that. And, like, I love how she had, like, no reaction to the 11th Lord being like, you suck, and your mom, and your creator, all of the humans suck, blah, blah, blah. And Leonka is like, okay, so do you want to go through with the plan or not? It's like I said, like, in my headcanon, I like the idea that, like, because Leonka was raised by these guys, she just, like, sees through the, like, mechanicized bullshit. So, I thought it was funny. So I like that. Ineffa's little story is cute. It's really cute. I guess, like, my big issue with it, I guess, is, like... No, okay, it's not necessarily an issue. It all makes sense, actually, the more I think about it. I think it's just kind of, like, the problem that, like... the robots are basically being treated like people. And, like, look, in something like Star Wars, or even, prepare yourselves, Detroit Become Human, like, I think that makes sense. Like, those stories make sense because the robots are stand-ins for humans, you know what I mean? They're, like, symbolically, they're humans. And, like, for me, I think it's a bit odder in Genshin because the dragons were already that. The dragons were already stand-ins for humans. They're not humans, but I mean, like, thematically and the grand themes of the story. The dragons are stand-ins for humans. And so I'm like, do we really need robots into this mixture? I would have been completely okay if the Dragon Lords were normal dragons. Hell, I would have preferred that. Unless the Dragon Lords... Ineffa is cute, though. She is cute. Unless the Dragon Lords have a soul, like, for example, let's say, like, Leonka's mother was an actual legit dragon, and then kind of like GLaDOS and Portal, they, like, put her consciousness into a robot, that would make sense. That my opinion would completely change. That would be like, okay, there's like an actual goddamn person in there. And I think, and, like, maybe that's the case, because I don't know if robots eat in this world, but, like, the 8th Lord talked about eating some berries, so I don't know, maybe they were normal dragons back then. I don't know. But as of right now, they really do just seem to be robots, and I'm just like, about that whole thing. But unfortunately, I think that's just something that, like, that's just gonna be, like, not necessarily a criticism of Natlan, that's just gonna be an aspect of it that I'm not the biggest fan of. Again, not the fact that they have AI. The fact that they have AI makes 100% sense. It's the fact that these goddamn clankers have actual legit political power when the dragons themselves are already supposed to be representative of a different race. But that's my thing. Mush the berries into their CD drive. So basically the dragons saw a mirror of themselves and were disgusted by it. You know, honestly, you might be right there. So there was that. Another part about her story that I, again, like when I really think about it, it does make sense, but I also just kind of found it a bit confusing, was that, so if I'm understanding things correctly, 11th Lord, survived the battles with Xbalanque and his crew and whatever. And yeah, I'm assuming that happened, and basically just kind of like sat there wallowing in their own binary code, and eventually started to be like, okay, where do I belong? Or I guess in a computer sense, what is my purpose? You know, what am I supposed to do? You know, was it to rule Dragon Society? Well, Dragon Society crumbled. Was it to rule with the other Dragon Lords? Well, all the Dragon Lords are gone. Was it to serve the Pyro Sovereign? Well, the Pyro Sovereign's dead. What's my purpose? What am I meant to do? And I guess she didn't like the fact that she was wallowing in those thoughts, and so split, like, that longing and stuff. Went to Lianka and Ishkik, said, like, went to Lianka and Ishkik and said, like, and wanted to put in a curse so that, like, the good side, quote unquote, wouldn't think about that, I guess. And so Lianka is like, but you're trying to, like, steal my mother's power, if that's what I'm gathering. You're trying to steal my mother's power or something. I guess the part that I don't understand is, like, the 11th Lord was sealed, or no, actually, never mind. Born to rule, cursed to vibe. Literally. Wait, no, okay, I think actually, because I was gonna say, why would the 11th Lord want Ineffa if she already is in the 8th Lord's domain? And it's also the part of her that she doesn't even like. But now that I think about it, maybe that's exactly it. Maybe because Ineffa was, like, allowed to roam free in the world, she wanted to, like, get Ineffa's side back so that she could escape the imprisonment. Is that it? Is that what's going on? Or am I just making shit up? I'm going to assume that something like that's happening. Yeah, I don't know. But there's that. I guess I'm just kind of confused for the motivations, I guess. Then again, it's a freaking, maybe she just wanted a robot body. That too. They're freaking robots, man. Like, I don't know. They're robots, bro. Although, as much as I am making fun of the fact that, like, they're clankers, they're meatless, inorganic tin-skin people, I do find it really cute that Lianka does care about the automatons very much, because, like, as much as they're robots, she was raised by them. She was raised by one. And, like, of course she would see them as a little more than just, like, a robot. Of course she would see them as, well, not necessarily a thinking, breathing person, but, like, there is thought in there, albeit simulated. It is there. I do think that's really sweet. I do like that. So, yeah, I think that's pretty interesting, pretty cute. It's just kind of confusing with the motivations and stuff. Yeah. I'm trying to think of anything more that I haven't already said. Because I think, like, because it's one of those things that, like, the more I keep talking, the more I feel like I'm just gonna be repeating myself. I love the confirmation that Lianka always saw Ochkan as a friend. Even as Ochkan was literally breaking down, turning into a tyrant. Like, she's just a very kind character. A very kind character all around. And, like, I love that because it makes so much sense for her backstory. Could you guys tell that I love the Natlan lore characters? I love the Natlan lore characters. It makes so much sense for her personality because... it's an ad, disgusting. It makes complete sense because it definitely seemed that the 8th Lord had a level of nuance that the other Dragon Lords didn't have. I'm going to assume, this is just me assuming, I'm going to assume that a part of it has to do with, like, the indifference, I guess, of her code. Like, maybe each one of the lords were coded with a different level of nuance, I guess. Maybe, like, for instance, the 11th lord had absolutely zero nuance and just had a very strict dragon's good, human's bad mentality. Meanwhile, maybe the 8th lord was given, like, a good, like, balance of nuance where they could see the flaws and the merits of both. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Just maybe. Maybe, like, a How was given just enough nuance to even give humans a chance as, although he has alternative, intentions, obviously. But, like, the fact that he's even giving Kinich the time of day. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. I don't know. That's just a headcanon of me, though. AI is evolving. 8th Lord got trained on the good data. Oh my gosh. But my brain's coming back. Yeah. But, like, you know, like, if Leonka was raised by someone who was able to understand these nuances, yeah, no, it would make complete sense why she would also see the nuances of both sides. Why even someone like Ochkan that history deems just like a bad person, she can't help but feel bad for him, you know. And like even the 8th lord like looked at Kukulkan, and while the other dragon lords were like, Kukulkan sucks, I don't like this guy, the 8th lord was like, this guy has so much self-hatred, like I just feel bad for him. Or I guess, like, well, maybe not feel, but like he's not this, like, evil, irredeemable dragon that the other ones deem him to be, kind of thing. So, yeah, I don't know. I love that. I absolutely adored that. And, like, I love the parallels between the 8th Lord and Leonka, where, like, Leonka, like, took what the 8th Lord thought and used it for compassion. Because the 8th Lord didn't really, like, she had compassion, of course, but she didn't really act on that compassion, obviously. Maybe it's because she's a robot, I don't know. But, you know, Leonka, like an actual person, was able to use that nuance for compassion. And then there's, like, the connection with Kukulkan and Ochkan, where the two of them were just, like, drowning in their own self-hatred and ultimately caused their own, like, self-downfall. Love that. Love that, love that. Love that. Could you tell that I love Natlan lore? So that was pretty neat. I thought that was sweet. Everything to do with the Lila guy, I mean, he was funny, but, like, honestly, I think the story could have been fine without him. I know that although the purpose of his character was to show that, like, you know, Nod Cry, there's many types of people in Nod Cry, you know, there's Snezhnayans, there's Sheznayans, there's Lewayans, there's Sumerians. You know, that's, like, a nice touch, but the whole thing with him being like a Snezhnayan spy, I thought that was, like, just kind of added in there. We really didn't need that. It was kind of funny, but whatever. So yeah, there was that. Somebody made a comment on Xbalanque way back. I just didn't read it. Hold on, let me try to find it. We'll be done with it, I promise. We'll be done with the stream. I just need to look for it. It was here somewhere, I swear. No, okay, it was by Penny Macaroni. It said, I'm imagining Xbalanque cackling away as he teared apart her circuits and built them into fancy toys for kids. Would Xbalanque have any care for the AI? That's my question. So, yeah. Super Brian said, his wife gonna take his Xbox away for that one. Literally. Obsidian Aurora says, ignorance, arrogance, and hubris is the downfall of every society. Yeah. And it's the reason why I say, like, you know, dragons, although I love it. I absolutely adore the fact that they do have animalistic tendencies. They do have an animalistic way of view. And when I say animalistic, I don't mean to say that in a like, oh, look how evil these guys are. Actually, no, I mean that in the natural way. Like, when the Eighth Lord spoke of how dragon society functions by hierarchy. Like, maybe it was the way I was reading it. Maybe it's because, a lot, like, the dragons in Natlan turned into animals, basically. Like, I couldn't help but see that as like an animal way of the world. Like lion prides, like wolf packs, like bee and ant colonies, all of these are very strict hierarchies. Hell, even something like ape society, like with apes and monkeys, those are also very strict hierarchy societies. And you could even go as far as to say that the animals in the lower societies are oppressed. You could say that. But the thing is that, like, that's just what they do. That's just what's natural to them. That's just how the animals work. And I love that even though the dragons are stand-ins for humans, they still have that animalistic tendency. Yes, Super Brian says, like, instinctual. They operate on instinct rather than challenge it. Exactly, yes. That, like, the hierarchy for them is an instinct. Meanwhile, for humans, although we always find ourselves in hierarchy, actually, maybe it is an instinct, actually. They don't know better. Yeah. You know, now that I think about it, maybe it is, like, somewhat instinctual for humans as well. But we do know better. Like, we can sense when oppression happens. An animal does not. And I already mentioned it earlier, but I do love it that the Eighth Lord, and even though she's an AI, we can say this too. I mean, the AI was coded by somebody. This is how the dragons saw it. The dragons are like, the humans don't have structure. That causes their self-destruction. And of course, Kukulkan saw it the exact opposite. Dragons are too rigid. This will cause their self-destruction. And it caused both. Both societies were collapsing. Both societies were collapsing due to what they were doing. You know, Dragon Society was so strict that when they were losing to the humans, they lost. And then Xbalanque, like, when he became king, he established order. He established rules, which ultimately is what allowed Natlan to survive. I love it. It's so fascinating. It's so good. This is my lot in life versus no, this sucks. Stop oppressing me. Yeah, that's a really good way to put it, though. That's actually a really good way to put it. Yeah. And I could say, and actually, Xbalanque, I think his system might have worked because Xbalanque was close with Kukulkan. In my headcanon is that he was taught by Kukulkan, because Kukulkan was a teacher of humans, like, he taught humans. And so, like, maybe, because Xbalanque was the one who, like, killed the Dragon Lords. I'm sorry, he killed the Clankers. Because Xbalanque was the one who, like, killed the robots, and killed the Pyro Sovereign, there's a chance, and was most likely taught by, Kukulkan. He probably understood the dangers of very strict hierarchical rule. However, because he was a human born in a warring society, he probably also knew that having no structure was also not a good idea. And, like, I don't know. Maybe that's why there's still tribes. Maybe that's why they're still split in tribes. I don't know. I just love it. I just love these, like, difference in ideals. None of them is wrong, but none of them is right either. It's that nuance that I absolutely adore and that I really wish Natlan had in its main story. The reason why I much earlier said I have my own thoughts in Celestia is because I kind of see Celestia in a very similar way. That Celestia, or more accurately, the Heavenly Principles, Primordial One, whatever you want to call them, like, they did bad. However, there are reasons for what they did. There are explanations for what they did. Does it excuse it? That is up for you guys to decide. But I wouldn't call Celestia evil either. It's just these two forces trying to figure out what to do in the situation they're currently in. So, yeah. Obsidian Aurora says, there's a balance. There's a thing called balance, and when you screw with it, everything suffers. Yeah. Because, like, we don't know why the Primordial One took Teyvat. We do not know that, obviously. It could have just been for the greed. It could have been like, ooh, pretty land, I want it, you know? But because Genshin canonically takes place in the Honkai universe, or I guess more like Genshin and Honkai Impact take place in the same universe, and also just the real sky that we see outside of Teyvat, it's led a lot of people to believe that the world outside Teyvat sucks. It's not a pretty place. It's terrible. And there's like a theory floating around that maybe the reason why the Primordial One chose Teyvat specifically is because it was like the only, it was the safest place for their creations to live in. Again, it's super complicated. Super Brian says, Celestia went to Fontaine and said, your water children suck. Get cursed and be flooded with the future, idiots. You know what? No, but they're right. Fontainians suck. Like, I'm sorry. They suck. Have you read a Fontainian character's backstory? Have you played the Fontaine Archon quest? Okay, Linny is cool. Okay, Linny's cool. Risley is cool. Lynette is adorable. But like, the vast majority of the Fontaine NPCs are just like the worst people to ever exist. Look, I'm just saying, have you played the Remuria quest? Have you played the Remuria quest? They are some of like the worst people ever. Okay. Alright. But, Obsidian Aurora says, so the rest of the planet is just a wasteland. No, my precious Farina. Farina deserved better, okay? If Farina was the ruler of literally every other nation in existence, she would have had it 1,000 times easier, okay? But no. She was cursed to live in Fontaine, where she was forced to be a bratty child for 500 years because they didn't want an actual kind god. That was on them. They wanted that. Anyway. Yeah, Obsidian Aurora asks, so the rest of the planet is just a wasteland. That's the prevailing theory, because in the Honkai universe, which Genshin is a part of, that's confirmed by the developers, in the Honkai universe, I don't know much about Honkai, I don't play Honkai, or like, there's 2 games, I haven't played any of them, but what I do know is that their universe sucks, and and their planets are in constant threat of being destroyed. And Teyvat, like the planet of Teyvat, is described to be at the very, very edge of the universe. Which leads me to believe that it's like a forgotten world. No one really thinks about that place. And so there's like this theory floating around, like, yeah, the Primordial One invaded the land because it was the best land for their creations, the safest land for their creations. And it's like, if the theory is true, which I'm inclined to believe that, did what they do was good? No, not at all. They took someone's land. Of course it wasn't good. However, like, it wasn't done purely out of malice. It's complicated. And that's it's the reason why, like, I can't be like, oh, Celestia's like the worst thing ever. It's like, Celestia has problems, but Celestia isn't evil. But that's just my thoughts. Those are just my thoughts. Super Brian said, so Obsidian Aurora says, who's Farina? And let me get this straight. Fontaine wanted a Greek god to rule them? They are insane. Yeah, basically. That's basically what happened. Super Brian says, Farina's the ruler of Fontaine, the water country based off France, and she's a precious little cinnamon She is. Trust me. If you look up clips of Farina, especially in the actual main story, you are going to find her so annoying until you get to like the very end of the story, and she will make you cry. Literally, like, my opinion of her character changed completely after playing her story, and like, she literally became one of my favorite characters ever. Yeah. So there's that whole thing. One thing that I think about as well is Skirk. Skirk is a character who is not from Teyvat, and she has a line about the fake sky. Because, like, now we know that the real sky is basically just dark with red mist. And, you know, the fake sky obviously is it's a beautiful sky. And Skirk has a line where she says that, that not only is the sky beautiful? Like, she knows it's fake, but she can't help but find it pretty. But she mentions that, like, it feels as if the creator... It feels as if the creator made the fake sky to give their people something beautiful to look at. And that... like... I feel like that says so much about the Primordial One's character, I guess, so to say. Where it, like, I don't know, I guess it's like this idea of, like, I want to give my people something beautiful. And so I'll give it to them, even if it's not real. Because the real sky, the real life, is awful. And I don't want to give them that. And I don't know, like, it gives nuance, is what I'm trying to say. It's like the dragons as well. You know, the dragons weren't all good either. They were highly oppressive, and sure, maybe the dragons themselves didn't see it as oppressive, maybe it was an instinct, but to the humans they were. To the humans, they 100% were. And even to their own kind. And eventually, someone like Kukulkan eventually was like, hold on a second, something ain't right. This way of life isn't sustainable. It's difficult. It's complicated, and I love that. Let's see, Super Brian says, given what we know about the greater Honkai multiverse, the people in Genshin probably have the best deal. Yeah, that was like the theory I was hearing. Again, I haven't played Honkai, I don't know too much about it, that's just what I've heard. DIHAB says, Skirk's planet was destroyed by alien invaders for no reason. Maybe that's why he's trying to protect Teyvat from. Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. Because Skirk never finds any justification for the invaders of her planet. But although she doesn't justify the Primordial One, Heavenly Principles, whatever, although she doesn't justify it, she finds the nuance. She finds they're clearly trying to build something to give their people a better life, even if that building is crumbling and is fake and it's, yeah. Okay, I've been rambling for like 38 minutes right now? I've been rambling for way too long. I accidentally got into like the greater themes of the story of Genshin Impact. We were here talking about Ineffa. I guess my verdict on the quest, I don't give numbers. I think I did one time. I don't know. I think the first half of her quest was pretty slow. I wasn't super into it. This second half, so much better. I have my issues with it. There were a lot of things I didn't really like. There were some elements that I feel like didn't need to be there. And of course, just like my general, like, why do the Dragon Lords have to be AI? You know, but I don't think I could really call that a criticism. I think that's just more my own personal, like, on the lore. But, you know, it's what it is. It's what it is. It's what it is. So, yeah. But overall, I mean, the Natlan lore, loved it. Ate that up. Adored it. Overall, the quest was pretty cute. It was adorable. It was a very good quest for Ineffa, I think, like, just as her as a character. It's pretty good. Great quest for Natlan lore, as I already mentioned. I think the quest was good. I think it was good. Definitely not, like, the best Archon quest out there, but I think it was mostly pretty alright. Let's see, what was going on? Super Brian says, wait, we need to talk about the significance of that little growth thing on Skirk's back. What's the deal with that thing anyway? It's like a weird boneless wing. Yeah, I noticed that too. I have no idea. I have zero idea what that is. Maybe it's in her character stories. Part of me kind of doubts that. I don't know. I think it's just there, because she had it since she was a kid, so that's clearly like a part of her body. My theory, my headcanon, is that it's there to show that she's human, but, like, not a Genshin human. I think it might just be there to show that, she's not from this planet. And I think they also mentioned that the humans from her planet have, like, a super strong resistance to abyssal energy. Or maybe not abyssal energy, but a certain energy. I don't know, maybe the fin, like, repels it? That's just my theory. I don't know. I honestly think it's really there to, like, show, like, this isn't a human. Well, I mean, she is a human, but she's not a Genshin human. Okay. I guess she is kind of an alien. She is, yeah. Wait, so there's multiple different humans in this world. There are humans from different planets. Typically when the game refers to humans, they're typically talking about the humans in Teyvat, obviously, but thanks to Skirk, and also just Honkai in general, yes, there are humans on different planets. Okay. Again, I've been talking for, what, have I been talking for over an hour? I need to stop. Stop giving me stuff to talk about, guys. Stop it. I'm sure you're all sick of seeing the exact same screen with the exact same two poses for now. Okay, for reals, this stream's been really fun. I loved it. Anything with Genshin lore, anything with Natlan lore, absolutely ate it up, absolutely loved it, as you guys could probably tell. Quest was pretty cute, had some issues, mostly good, Ineffa's adorable, and I don't understand why people were hating on her design. Does it look mishmash? Yeah, but like, she's supposed to be, because she's a robot built by a literal child. But, yeah. Super Brian says, fair enough, thanks for the stream and lore discussion. Yeah. Now, as for next stream, hopefully, I might be able to stream on Friday, but I won't be able to confirm this, obviously. I'm not sure. Hopefully I'll be able to, but if I won't, then I'm just gonna try next week. I used to have a schedule, a very strict schedule for my streams, but recently I haven't been able to do that because my own personal life schedule has gone completely out of whack. So right now I guess I'm going to keep trying to stream twice a week, but the days are just gonna be whenever I'm free. But yeah, Obsidian Aurora says, so that means there's a humanity that had colonies on these planets, and now these colonies have been on their own for who knows how long.
You support the...
It is definitely implied that humans from other planets are colonizing others. Yeah, that's definitely implied. We don't know, there's just humans all over the universe. Like in Star Trek. I don't know anything about Star Trek, so I'll take your word for it. Okay, but for reals, I need to stop, or else I'm gonna be rambling forever. Alright guys, like I said, hopefully we'll be streaming on Friday, and if I can't, then I'll try for next week. I think from now on I'm going to put a little like post in my community tab every time I can stream, or more accurately, every time I feel like I have the time to stream. And if I don't, then that means something came up. But that's it. Yeah, no, that's it. Alright then, see y'all next time. Bye!